All right.
You guys are the worst.
I'm gonna milk it for all it's worth.
There was a good one that I saw on Instagram. It was like, why is it so difficult for women to be postal workers? Because it's a male-dominated field.
Oh, that's a great
That's
joke.
a good
That's
one.
fantastic.
That is good.
You write
That
that
was
one
good.
down.
That was good.
You write that one down.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the table.
Are you recording?
I am.
Okay.
I did.
Check.
I started recording like a little early, like just because I would have forgotten again.
Okay.
The jokes are just too good. We appreciate y'all being back here for another episode of Ghosts of Saltmarsh. How's everybody doing? It's been 2 weeks.
Doing pretty good. You're good.
Good.
Going on.
Yeah? How you doing?
Apparently, I'm a male-dominated field.
Oh, well.
Great.
I don't really have any like pre-session announcements or anything to go through, so I think we just, play the game. How's that?
I
Everybody good with
love
that?
just playing the game.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, step one to that is somebody giving a recap, and obviously you get inspiration for doing a decent job at it. So who wants to volunteer? I see someone rifling through her file cabinet over there. Who wants to volunteer to do a recap?
If nobody else does, I think I can. But then that means that I get
There's a big
double
recap.
inspiration.
Where that
I
council
think you
stuff
did it
happened.
last week, and
I
I did it the
did.
week before. Should be that table. That side of the table.
True.
You won't get all
was there
the
a reason
deets over
you-
here.
Was there a reason you were supposed to have inspiration again tonight?
You didn't use it?
She didn't use it last time. She never had an opportunity or some shit.
Yeah,
You
the
were
only
like-
time I
time-
got a
Okay,
chance
yeah,
to
that's
roll
right.
was for
That's
something
right.
There's
real
like two
silly.
rolls.
Yeah,
And
no,
you were
that's
like,
fine.
no, 'cause I asked.
I was genuinely asking.
Take the double. Do it.
Double inspiration. Is that allowed?
You know what?
Or is it called greater inspiration? It's
Greater
like, You can only
inspiration.
roll a 7 or higher instead of 2 dice.
Ooh.
No, I'm gonna spread the inspiration out. One of you three has to do it. Not
No.
everybody all at once.
Mine's a little on the messy side, but I'll give it a shot.
I believe
Yeah.
We went to deliver the bodies before meeting with the council. We met with Ingo. The Snake Eyes bounty was good, but the Bloody Bjorn, he wasn't worth anything. The bodies were dealt with. We went back to see the council. The lizard folk were likely living north of the mouth of the Dunwater, near Seaton. Talking the council into giving us the Sea Ghost, the boat that we acquired, just to use for recon and seafaring missions. Having to pay for the dock fee, the crew, provisions. We also have received a Saltmarsh license to privateer. We planned to head towards the mouth of the Dunwater River in the north. Redemir and Kugal gave their share of money to Oceanus for just some startup money.
Cheap.
We visited Zindros, Captain Zindros at their store. Aelin was looking for a better shield. It decided to potentially trade for a Qualesh, basically a personal submarine. Oceanus is into the claw wine, very much so. And Kugal has ordered a set of studded leather armor.
Okay,
And that's where
that's pretty good. Inspiration for you.
hot dog.
Give him the skull.
He looks familiar.
A couple of pieces just to add on to that. You were offered the privateering license, but not given it.
We don't have it yet. Until we complete this journey.
That was one of the rewards for figuring out what is going on with the lizard folk.
Comes with the boat.
It comes with it's a package deal.
Maybe.
And the other thing that I will just add to as far as Zendros goes, any of you who have spent a decent amount of time around Saltmarsh would also know with her, she comes and goes and doesn't have like that it's kind of the same place each time when she does show up. It's kind of like her rented out space, more or less. But it's not a permanent shop that's just always there. Like she comes into town, she gets a bunch of fish and food to take back to her hometown, and then will kind of come and go. So that's why she didn't really have an inventory, so to speak, and she's more of kind of a procurer of. If you're looking for something, she can generally find it.
Which we did give her a few items, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I know I did. I think you did.
You told her you were looking for just a nice shield. I remember that. I don't remember what you...
All-purpose tool.
The all-purpose tool. That's
She wants
right.
entirely too
Swiss
much
Army knife.
for
Yeah.
for my shield. It's just not happening.
She what?
She wants. She's asking for like a gold mine.
One submarine
And-
for a shield, please.
Right. It just is not happening. I'm not interested.
It
in that.
wasn't so much that was the specific transaction, so much as she was just letting you know that she was looking for one. You may be able to...
Oh, make
Like
sure
he-
it's supposed to study it or want a picture. Know how it works.
Well, even that, it's like if you had something pretty unique or something like that you wanted to offer her for a shield instead of the apparatus of Qualish, you could. It wasn't necessarily her saying, hey, I need this exact one thing in order for me to give you a shield.
I just don't think she's great at bargaining. I feel like she's like, hi,
That's why we have one of them.
I'll
to do
give
it
you
for
one
us.
of these, this fine dice, in exchange for a Lamborghini.
She just wants a shiny for a shiny.
Yeah, shiny exchange.
Something.
If you get a +2 shiny, you can probably get a +2. Other
She's not going to
shiny.
let you trade in a Corolla for a Lambo.
You're gonna pay up the difference.
I'm just not interested.
Did you ask if she had financing? We can get you in that Lambo today. You're just gonna have to pay.
You'll make it to here in Waterdeep in no time.
Right. No payments for 90 days. Then it's repoed, so you get 3 months for free.
Anywho, all right. When we left off, you had all taken the night, rested up, you went shopping, you kind of stocked up on any of the stuff that you thought you might need for this journey, which they estimated to take, maybe a little less, maybe a little more than a day to get to this spot that was marked on the map by Oceanus. You had all then woken up, gotten your breakfast bagels, whatever it is you were looking to grab, and met up at the northern. There's dogs everywhere in Saltmarsh, just strays. And meet up at the northern exit of town, which is less of a proper gate and more just kind of a natural ending of the city and natural beginning of the road that continues north. At which point I will kind of toss it back over to y'all.
These are on camera. Did you want these?
Yeah,
So
Got
quick,
dots on it. Fine.
just quick doubling down, knowing where we're going. We're going to some marsh or swamp land. Is that right? I think it is, and I think
Half the name of the place we're in.
it is, and it makes sense. That's what it probably is. And one of you know
Marshes.
the route and are familiar with the place, right? One of them are, right?
I've been in a little.
I'm not from here.
A little.
A little. The tea leaves, I don't have to go too deep in.
That's where you get those evil leaves.
They're not evil. They're not evil.
I mean, it's
They're highly profitable. That means that they're good.
for people who want to escape, I guess, or something.
What's wrong with having a roll of cake?
It's not. It's not real. What if the cake was my hand and I'd shoot my fingers off?
Well, if you had a bad day, then
I mean,
you
that's
could have
on
a bad
you.
night.
Nobody had a gun to your head.
Either way. Either way.
Yeah, we were.
A crossbow to your head.
I just wanted to make sure at least maybe someone knew what was up. So I guess that you want to. You take what then?
Well, Kugel.
Kugel grew up in the marshes.
You grew up in the marshes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oceanus,
there we
have you
go.
been to the marshes before? In Elvish?
I've not been excuse me. I've not been into the marshes directly, but I've swam all up and down the coast and been on boats. I don't only swim.
Yes.
I guess Kugo, you want to take point?
As long as we know where we're headed, I'll do my best to get us there.
That's kind of
I
what
say
hoping
in, I
you
say
do,
in
if I'm being
Elvish
honest.
to Oceanus, he was made by trees in the Saltmarsh. He's from the marshes.
He looks at you. He doesn't look like a tree.
Wait, you said he was what?
But he's from the marshes, though. This is a joke. It wasn't that great.
I get it. That was good. Yes, I can, help keep an eye out, but for navigating through the marsh itself, I don't know. So, our tree friend here maybe can get us
Kugo,
through.
do you understand what they're saying? I don't.
He's calling
Branches,
you
I'm swaying in the wind.
Red did a
little improv there.
He's just hoping he knows the way. Is what-
Oh,
Oceanus, believe it or not, has not been on land that much.
that's okay. Welcome.
But this guy knows the way. Allegedly.
And he knows how to deal with the terrain while we're in it. Not necessarily where we're going, but
We have a compass, right?
Oh shit! Maybe I should have bought one of those. Huh?
Do we have a
sun.
way to navigate this map with no sun?
do we have a map
Assuming this-
like of our own that we might use for our own character?
We have like a regional map.
Oh, we do have a
don't
map. Yeah, we can just go work off that. We can figure that out. It's all about optimism and positivity, Red.
Yeah, but it'd be nice to know what direction we're going.
That direction.
No. I've looked at several like ocean charts, and it's good to know what direction you're going. Yes, the sun is helpful, but north is always north.
We could always follow the coast. Can't mess that up.
Yeah, except this part.
Unless we
except
follow
this
the
part
coast
goes
that is the
in,
river, and we end
right
up
above
in the woods.
Saltmarsh. It just loops back.
We do have to cross that river.
That is the spot on the map.
Oh, that's perfect. We'll head out the gate and just keep on going till we cross that small itty bitty baby, probably knee-high river, and then we'll just hook a left, follow it down to the beach, and then follow that up north along the coast. Get right where we're going to go, man. This is easy as get. How do you even get lost?
Yeah, it's only this big on the map.
It's like, give me a second, I'll show you.
Here we go. The gang gets lost.
Put him on the front of the line.
Yeah, I vote for a compass. I think that would be great.
They didn't have any of those for sale here, man. I
We
looked at
didn't-
2 different shops. I did. I was looking for all useful things I could get, and compass wasn't one of them. There was a spyglass, but I didn't see a need for it. And I know how magnets work. Could I make a compass somehow with magnets and water?
And science.
Probably not, if you've not made one before.
I haven't made a compass before. I don't know really what goes into it. I know it's possible, but I don't. It take time and like maybe a week, 2 weeks, but we don't
Right,
have time
there's
for
not
that.
really like public magnets that we can just use to like magnetize something.
Is there a problem?
We were in Elvish. We were talking about the need for a compass to navigate this map, and we do not have one.
Have typically used position of the sun to figure out our bearings.
I'm not from here. Is it cloudy?
I told you, Red. You just
often?
look up and you know which way to go.
I see
it-
them all
is-
pointing up to the sun again, and I'm like,
Is it
like I said, the
mostly
sun.
Sunny? What's the average?
It's a pretty nice
What's
day.
the
out.
average climate like?
It's
here?
partly
Is it-
cloudy.
is it
Partly cloudy, like a 30% chance of rain. It's probably high 80s currently.
We'll be fine, Red. We'll figure it out.
Is there a stone I can write this in? Like right here at the doors? They said compass. Like. Alright, I mean, we got one.
All right, y'all ready then?
I'm ready.
Okay, north then. North.
Guess we're
Red.
going.
Going north.
Okay.
Are we going north?
How do
Which way
we
is the
know?
sun? Alright, the sun's this way.
Let's just plan to
Shadows
head
casting,
north until
like-
we can cross the river. At least we can, get one step of a plan together.
Okay. So you all continue probably north out of town, and I'd say it's probably around 9-10 a.m. Currently. Like I said, fairly humid, but not too bad. High, like 80s in terms of.
Is this
the
a road?
heat. Currently, yes, you are on an actual road. There is a. You should be able to see it. There's kind of like this dotted line that rolls through. That is the main road there. So as you continue out of the city, the buildings become fewer and fewer until it's just kind of a scattered cottage every now and again. You catch a couple of looks from people, working around their homes, just seeing, a couple of humans, what looks to be some sort of elf and a half-orc all just walking together with a sea elf, which probably most people had not seen in person before, is quite the sight for those who don't typically venture out very much.
Freak shows here.
So you catch a few glances. Nobody says anything to you, yells out anything, and eventually after 20-30 minutes of walking, the last building or home kind of fades into the distance behind you. Are we doing anything, talking about anything on the road as we are making our way north?
This far away from town, I'll probably go ahead and just push in my little power thing on my chest and just have my armor on, so it'll just go over my body. But I'll have the face mask lifted up because we're comfy traveling right now.
Mm.
And then I'll say, I haven't really been this way before. I really had reason to, so I'm kind of excited. See what else is on, near our home. I think, Red, you said you're not here a few
Not
times.
from here.
You been in any swamp-like lands before?
No.
Oh, never. Okay, well, that makes two of us.
No. More like normal, like trees and forest and plains and lots of ocean.
And Kugo, you said you grew up there? Really?
More or less. It started in a smaller town, but after some drama, had to spend some time in the marsh, as we needed to be hidden. Yes, my parents and I.
Oh,
I was rather young when we had to move there, but
You're running from something.
yes, my village was destroyed. Pirates, slavers came in, destroyed my village, and stole so many of my fellow villagers. It was the only thing we could do was to run.
They took captives?
Many captives.
Ooh.
Is it here? Is it nearby?
No, it's still a ways north. We'll have to be pretty deep into the marshes before we would get into the area where we were. But once you get into those, you don't want to stay any longer than you have to.
You get pretty dangerous. That's why I don't go in far.
Why didn't you go to Saltmarsh?
We didn't feel welcome, and we had never spent much time there. Seemed like the best choice at the time.
See, I would have said come back if I knew at the time. Of course, I was. How old are you again?
Mid-20s?
Oh, I'm just a little bit older than you then.
I've never really counted. So.
I would have been a kid too at that time then.
Did you seek vengeance?
We're working towards that. We'll see. Like my parents, they left. We were there for years. My parents left to revisit the village where we were from, looking for information on our villagers to try to find them again, and they didn't come back for some time, and I just felt that I couldn't stay at home and wait for them for forever, so that's why I came to Saltmarsh, looking for information to see if I could try to find them or my other villagers.
Did you know about this?
I knew bits and pieces. That's how we kind of got to know each other because, surely y'all have figured out by now,
You're a slaver.
Drug sailor.
I'm a smuggler.
Oh, we were both off.
You
So-
enslaved his family, and
No,
this is
Don't
some
make fun of
weird-
everything.
but
Lowbrow.
I can,
Sorry,
you know,
sorry.
I have connections, so I
Apologize.
can get information from other areas. So I've been trying to put out feelers for where his parents, maybe.
That's how y'all hooked up. He came looking for help, and you offered to help because you're a good person.
Yeah. You know, I'm
Feels-
looking for someone too.
Not
You guys
profit
don't know
incentive
that.
at all. No,
I mean,
no
the
money.
money's nice, but like I got into this.
Who are you looking for?
My brother. He ran away when he was 15, and I haven't seen him since.
He wasn't taken. He ran away.
Yeah, he wanted a better life, and he just swooped on out, and he ran
From
away.
here?
Yep, his
Or
name's
from
Axel.
there?
I don't know if
Axel.
he's alive, if he's dead. Hadn't heard of him for years and years.
Everybody's just missing family. You missing family, Ray?
I don't want to talk about it.
That's an obvious yes.
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. That's I know we just hit the road. That's pretty dark. But I suppose you seem high spirited. You don't seem very vengeful. You seem high spirited a bit.
No, I was young and I didn't feel I had a lot of control, you know, for what we had to do. So we had to take care of ourselves in the best way that we could. My parents felt really kind of bad about that, which is why they went back, you know, looking for more information on it. You know, we felt it was, you know, our duty, or they felt it was their duty, and I was keeping the homestead down for the time. And
Well, let me ask you this, just out of curiosity. So say, and I'll just hold up I'll stop walking in the middle of this trail. I'll hold up my shield and point towards the trail and say, right there, the one of the men who stole some of your people from where you're from, he's tied up. He's right there.
Wow.
And you get to decide his fate. What happens to him?
I'm going to pry any information that we can out of him first. See if it's valuable or not.
Well, son.
And then make the decision at the moment.
You don't know what you do in the end?
I don't know what I do. I don't anticipate that I would, you know, murder an unarmed or restrained person. I don't know. Well,
I think you didn't seem like a vengeful person.
Red,
Oceanus.
roll a
oh,
perception check.
Oceanus and Elvish. We're talking about family drama right now.
Oh, that's the worst kind.
Perception. This would be a 14. 14.
Kugal, are you currently wearing anything that you are trying to conceal?
I always have my necklace on of the, I don't know if it's really ever come up, the mummified finger.
Yes, you notice a mummified finger.
It's usually been kind of tucked in because he doesn't really feel the need to display it. So during the night of the attack on our village, the attackers did make it into my family's cabin, and my father, in the attack, like slashed at one of the attacking pirates and severed a finger, and we just ended up with it. I've kept it. It's a reminder and kind of the homing beacon for eventually, if I find our attackers.
Is there any kind of like magic aura coming off of that?
You can make an Arcana check if you'd like to peer a little deeper into the
Finger.
finger.
Your dad got a hold of one of their
That's
fingers
a 10.
and gave
After cutting it off, we were
It's a
they were
10.
under attack and swipe and ow, my finger. And
You don't detect any magic coming off of it.
you wear it so it'll
Think to my head.
lead
it's
you
just a
to-
finger.
no, not so much a homing beacon as as like, hey, is this yours? And you know, I find the guy who's got the four fingers.
Oh, it's like that
As a-
story with the shoe.
Oh,
like,
I get it now. Yeah. So it's like, hey, I see. Still really messed up. That's vengeful stuff right there. And carrying like,
Right.
if I cut the hand off of the man who wronged me, and I find him one day, is this yours? You know, and just hold it up. That's pretty heavy.
Well, it went along with my parents' favorite story about the man with the six fingers. You know, his name was Ingo Montoya. He killed his father. I'm going to prepare to die. But no,
Instead, you've got the opposite. You have just a.
I'm looking
it's
for the four-fingered man.
It's the most fucked up Cinderella story that ever was. Let me see if it fits.
Yeah.
You don't like cast magic through it or something. Then it's just finger. Yeah.
Is there something going on?
Wait, what in
Good
the...
heavens.
The zero Saltmarsh.
What in the world?
I've been graffitied. Who would have done the hero of Saltmarsh
What the hell is
this?
To the zero Saltmarsh.
I've been graffitied.
I must talk to the council about this. I feel I've been.
First off, where'd you get
vandalized.
that second?
Is that one of the test prints from the frame shop?
Oh, maybe they came
It
in.
might have been.
Wow.
Where'd you find that? In like the rubbish? The bin? Was it in the bin tent?
Exactly.
I don't know if they could see it, but there is a
I full screened it.
Sniplash, whatever the hell his name is,
That's
mustache,
fantastic.
goatee, Snidely Whiplash, zero of Saltmarsh, mean extra eyebrows.
And like,
I look like a villain.
Got some fangs too.
And fangs, I'm not like a devil. I'm not. Why?
Clearly
been
defective.
I've got to talk to the council about this.
Yeah,
Someone's
that's a bad print.
Someone out there
Bad
hates me.
print.
I mean, we have killed a few people. I guess maybe some people have a right to hate
those
us.
are details.
I wonder if you're developing a reputation.
You know, people like prequels. You know, this is where you came from. You were a zero here, and then now you're a hero.
Oceana says, "Do you think that's why Eleander didn't seem to be too helpful for you?"
Those are different reasons.
There might be a different reason, but it's messed up.
I could tell he understood me, but he acted as though he didn't.
Could he?
Oh.
Did he speak Elvish? I couldn't tell. There's that lady there. I know she did.
He absolutely could understand me. I could tell.
Someone was in comments. Someone was hiding their language skills, not him.
I really don't speak Elvish. I don't. I'm not hiding
one of
any
the
skills.
council members.
Oh.
He's a bit of a hard ass. He's kind of a prick. If I'm being real honest. I don't know the Elvish word for prick, but I tried my best.
He's sharp.
Sharp.
He's sharp.
He's not that kind of sharp. Like he's an ass. He's a donkey. He's kind of a donkey.
In a figurative. He's not a likable person.
Unpleasant.
Oh,
He's unpleasant.
okay.
And he raises kids the same damn way. Bullies the whole life. Little POSs causing
He's
trouble.
really good at being unpleasant.
But he's part of council, and he's
Right. He's
head
in
of security
charge.
supposedly. So
I found those.
Hypothetical.
There are some people who just let power go to their head a little too easily.
yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah, I agree with that.
It is curious why you wouldn't. I don't know. It was just curious at all.
I'll call him out on it next time. I'll ask him directly. Won't tell him you told me.
That's fair. You can tell him.
I'll tell him you told me. Nice, Oceana. Stick it to him together.
We're going to try and pull a language joke on that guy. Language person.
I like
On
it.
the council person.
Good.
Just be like, why were you hiding your skills of...
I'll keep walking while we're talking now, too.
And
I didn't
understanding.
stop in the road anymore.
Well, thanks, Kugal, of your story and your vengeance questions. Even though you said you wouldn't kill somebody, but you have their finger. Would you kill that person?
Yeah, what if the man... No, I'm not going to do that.
If they have four, if they have 9 fingers.
We're still looking for the info. We'll cross that bridge.
And then you,
If there's
what
a
happened to your brother? You just ran away?
No, he wanted more than what Saltmarsh had offered, so he just was like, "I'm out."
When
Who
was
would
this?
ever want that? That place has everything. Almost.
10
No,
years ago.
it's not.
Did he tell you where he was going to go? Where he planned to
Nope.
go?
Nope.
Brothers.
Oh, what would you do if you found him?
Did you take his
You
finger?
decide his fate. He's tied up right there.
Would you untie him
Well, yeah, I would.
after you interrogate him?
I would interrogate him. I'd hug him probably. If he's not tied up, I'm gonna hug him. Probably
Give
slap
him,
him.
Give him a nugget.
Well,
Be
right.
Like, what did you do
That's
that
what I
for?
figured.
Mom and Dad are freaking out. What's
Y'all-
going on?
Y'all were good before that? Like, you
Yeah,
talked
we
to him
used-
the day
yeah.
before, he's like, oh, sis, a good night. And the next day
Well,
he's
he'd been
gone.
saying for a while, like, "Oh, I'm so sick of this place. This is the worst. There's nothing. I want more for my life."
You know what he probably did then? Ships coming in and out of port all the time. Either stow away or join some crew. He's probably way out there now. Well, I doubt you'll find him tied up in the middle of the road anytime soon.
I hope not. That would be not good.
It wouldn't. It wouldn't be good.
You all are continuing down this road or up the road. Another hour or so passes. And off in the distance, you all see a kind of off to your left, just like so close to being like behind you, but just the way that the road has turned, you've kind of come up on a bit of a hill. And off in the distance, you can see just the kind of the outline, very far away, so it's hard to make out details. But any of you, again, who have been in Saltmarsh for some time, see the old ruined tower of Xenopus in the distance, kind of hugging the coast. Colt, make a history check for me.
Yo!
You said Xenopus?
27 or nat 20.
Wow.
So this is the close-up of it. Y'all are obviously pretty far away from this, probably a few miles. But there's no trees or foliage that are in the way, kind of to obscure it at this point. Colt, being someone of very interested in magic and things like that, you have heard the stories of the ruined tower of Xenopus. That it at one point was some kind of like wizard's tower or something. This was ages ago. And that one night there was this green kind of fiery aura that engulfed the tower completely. And kind of the legend is that a few kind of brave people investigated the tower and ultimately found it abandoned. But there was a door at the base of the cellar stairs that was covered with all these kind of strange symbols. And it was like wrapped in silver chains. And there was an explorer that tried to open it. And a jolt of lightning jumped out from the runes and killed this person. A little while after, maybe a week or two, people started saying that they had seen like strange spirits and kind of capering fae atop the tower. After a few more travelers kind of went missing nearby, the town council really asked the town guard and Eleander to bombard this structure, which they did with a catapult until this thing was just battered into rubble pretty much. I don't think the other three of you would know that, but those stories kind of come back to your mind as you just see this thing just way off in the distance and across the river.
I was kind of motion towards that area, and I'll say, "Y'all see that tower right there? Well," and then I say everything he just said.
Well, that is fascinating.
Yeah, I wonder if that cellar's still there, wrapping those silver chains, ready to be plundered and sought out by other magical, inquisitive people.
Don't forget about the runes and terrible magic effects on it.
Some fae or something there. Who knows, right? Well,
I mean, we already destroyed we cleared out a old house already. And we just need an old tower.
Wait, you saying you want to go there? I guess it's kind of on the way, a little bit. It's off to the side a bit.
It's more almost behind you, like I said.
Oh, it's behind us?
And so from where you are on that map, you're still kind of at that thick river piece before it kind of narrows down.
Mm. And so it would be like the opposite direction that we're going. So we're going like that way.
Not completely opposite, but you'd have to go all the way around to like find a bridge crossing and then go across the bridge and then pretty much backtrack all the way back down. Almost. It would be, it would be much easier to get there by boat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, maybe we're checking out. Yeah, once we have a boat, we could circle around and get some more magical capabilities. You two, being able to do something about it. Actually, you two as well. All y'all, we're all magical. Now I think about it. We all got special stuff.
Building or what? Or clearing out the people? Things.
Well, that and maybe if the legends are true, deducing that what's causing maybe some sort of trap to be there to electrocute you to death, disarm it, that type of thing.
Make one more history check for me.
Non-nat 20.
Okay. You don't know them personally, but you know of some kind of magic user that lives in town. People refer to him as Kelladek the Unspoken.
Cool name.
There are people kind of steer clear of him. He's extremely tall. He's like 7 feet tall, so he's hard to miss. But again, rumors swirl. People think that he uses his magic for nefarious reasons, for really no proven reason. You know that actually him and he has some kind of relation, either friend or acquaintance with Eleander. But any of the accusations that, if you say his name 3 times, he can hear everything you say magically, and that he's spying on people, none of those have been, at least up to now, founded in any kind of truth. There's no evidence that that's the case.
I tell everybody that too. And then I'll
We
say,
haven't seen this person?
I've seen a 7-foot tall guy, and rumors are dumb anyhow. I mean, really? He's spying anywhere? Kelladek. Uh-huh, right. Maybe we'll pay a visit to him later.
Cool name, the Unspoken. Is he not tall?
Just some dumb, like you guys call me the hero of Saltmarsh. I'm sure it's some.
Well, that's true.
Like maybe he
but-
just didn't talk at a party once, and now he's the Unspoken. I mean, I don't know.
Have you seen him?
I haven't seen him. I would have seen him before in town growing
You
up?
would have seen him around.
Maybe a couple times.
Every now and again. He doesn't go out much. There is a smaller, like a small tower in the city of Saltmarsh. That doesn't look magical by any means, but it is still a tower of sorts.
And that's where he lives.
That you would, you believe that's where he would stay.
Very rare he'd come out of that tower. But
What's with wizards and towers?
I want a tower.
Just drawn to him.
Do you have to be a wizard to have a tower?
Well, no,
Sounds
it's
like
just it's a great defense. If you're a
We can
wizard,
have like
something's coming up.
a family tower.
Well, I'm
I
saying
mean,
we could take that place.
We can rebuild.
Well, that place is leveled to the ground right now. There is no tower.
blank
It's not
slate.
level. Look at it. I mean, it's still standing a little. I look back and I'm like, see, it's a little up
Yeah,
there.
a tower.
It's a fixer upper. You're
It's
right.
got
Probably
good
nothing to it.
bones. That's right.
Probably get it for rock
Probably
bottom.
full of bones.
There's bed bugs everywhere.
we got fire. We're fine. Yeah, we probably get it. They pay us to take it.
Well, next time we're in town, maybe we can go ask Kelladek.
See who's got the deed on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't have to be a wizard to own a tower, but if you own a tower, you do have to become a wizard.
I mean, we got enough magic.
It's in the
between
rules.
us, right?
Yeah.
Something about being higher in the air and, I don't know, the
Maybe you can make
weave.
like
Looking down
easier
on
access.
everyone.
we could do like
Better
4
Wi-Fi.
mini-
The higher to the heavens, the closer to God.
We could do like 4 smaller towers, so it's not like it's a wizard,
then
but
have-
they're
Isn't that a castle?
they're magic users.
Tower. Then we just put
Yeah,
some
like
walls and that's a
like
castle.
yeah, it's like a fortress.
Even better.
Do 2 smaller castles with a bigger castle in the middle.
Yeah.
All of it. I love it all.
These are some pretty, what do they call sky high, pie in the sky dreams? What are they?
Oceanus is just looking at everybody like,
So we're talking about castle design.
Yeah, Oceanus, that creepy tower over there.
We may buy it.
oh
Like,
yes,
it's got-
the old ruined tower, yes.
Have
you
been
know
there?
about it, yeah.
Have you been to there?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, not a good place, apparently. We may visit it sometime later, but not right now.
You know of it?
I know a little bit about it, and I'll tell him what you told me a minute ago.
Doesn't it sound great?
I would not go there.
Well, Oceanus, it's about the mystery and what's in there, There could be the greatest tool known to man in that cellar. I would have no idea unless I looked.
But what good are tools if you're dead?
That's very true. That's why we're not going now. We're going to go later when we get a little more sturdy, I suppose.
That's our
Oceanus is
friend?
looking strapping today.
He's got his
He
trident now.
is.
See, that's
Got the
trident's
lights
looking
on
good.
him just right. Like
Yeah, he went to the to Sears in Saltmarsh and got some headshots taken.
is it signed? Oh, this is your headshot. Oh, right.
What's it? The like Oscar Miller or something?
Olin Mills.
Oh, Mills, yeah. Oh, I didn't know you were in acting.
I am an actor.
Actor.
So we're still kind of continuing on. We stopped to kind of look at the tower for a second. Now we're continuing on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, got your Kodak.
Are you a never nude? Just,
A couple, I would say about 2 more hours pass on the road until you feel like you've kind of gotten kind of to the apex of that. Here, I'll pull the map back up for y'all. Kind of the apex of that curve on the northern side. You are still kind of elevated over the landscape to the north, and even from where you are now, looking out, you can kind of just, again, very in the distance, start to see some of those kind of marshy swampland vegetation and trees, but still for a while is kind of just regular, terrain, really, kind of foresty.
we had a new quest. Investigate the tower.
It's on the list.
And
Are we still seeing other people on the road at all?
occasionally there would be somebody that would walk by. You'd see a person on horseback, maybe a cart here or there. The occasional Saltmarsh guard actually would kind of patrol by. These roads are fairly safe for the most part because of those patrols.
Somebody stole my sweet roll.
Right. Yeah,
We don't
nobody's
see
getting
her-
these honey buns.
We don't see their buddy on guard, do we?
You don't see Derek anywhere. It's been a while since we've seen Derek, actually. I wonder what he's up to. I'm surprised nobody checked on him while we were in town.
Mischief.
Does he have?
I thought he was
supply?
your friend.
Is he good?
We're just acquaintances.
No, I meant like on like supplies. Are you good? Is he good?
I
Is he
mean,
gonna run out soon?
maybe.
Well, I don't know. Like some people maybe need that stuff, right?
Well,
I
we're
don't
going
know.
anyway, so if I see some tea leaves, I'll just collect some.
We'll be in the neighborhood.
Well, I will. This is a
Fresh.
2-part trip.
Fresh drug delivery.
It's a buy one, get one deal right now.
Looking down, the major landmark that's closest to you is the river down there. Aelin, you would know this, that at least to your knowledge, there is not like an official crossing at this river for probably another few hours at best. But with your side hustle, and Kugal, you would actually know this too. You both know that the marsh is kind of a dangerous place, and it's places where people would go to, hide from the law, or various other reasons. And in doing so, they don't always like to take the path most traveled. They would sometimes build kind of their own ways to cross the river. And there are, more than a couple along there, kind of leading north.
I think we're far enough along that we can head down to our usual.
I think so, yeah.
Go find Skeevy Pete or whoever runs the
Whiskey Will.
yeah
Yes, you will.
whoever runs the zip line that we take to
We
get
kind
across.
of look before we start venturing that way to make sure there's no city guards. Like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah,
Stay on the road.
Yeah. You see one of the people you passed 5 minutes ago, just way south of you on the road, just on foot. They had a mule with them. They're kind of just walking though. But aside from that, you don't see anybody else.
We okay? We good?
We got a shortcut.
Shortcut.
Yeah.
Oh, I like shortcuts. No, I don't like shortcuts. Why are we taking a shortcut?
Because if not, then we'll have to go like 5 hours down this way just to turn back around and follow it on the other side of the river.
What is this shortcut?
Well, you're about to see.
Is it bridge, boat, person, thing,
You'll see.
swimming?
I mean, it's just up here a little.
Well, one of us doesn't mind a swim.
All right, lead the way.
Should we have brought a boat?
It's a lightly known
You know what?
crossing.
You know what we should have done? We should have just got the rowboat and just rowboated over.
It would have been hard to carry a rowboat this far, Red. I mean, I ain't gonna do it.
All right. Anyways, where are we going?
Just come on. We're heading down this way.
Okay.
Oceanus, we're taking some weird drug path. I say, and
Drug path.
yeah,
It's
a
very
secret.
windy.
Yeah, it's like this.
You remember that tea I told you not to drink?
Right, cheapo, right?
She has it?
No.
No, but
We're going to a place she gets the stuff for.
But they know their way through here.
Ah,
Secret ways.
okay. So
We're leaving the path. That's all to say.
off the trail. All right. Okay. You see him kind of tighten up his backpack that he's got on, and looks to the two of you.
We head to the path,
I don't know.
the hidden path.
All right.
He's ready.
Head off the path down into kind of some lower terrain. And as you're descending in elevation, the trees and the forests kind of get a little bit more dense, and you can't obviously see over it quite as well. And eventually you find yourself down in some fairly dense forest, nothing too difficult to get through. And after about probably a 20-30 minute hike, in the distance you hear the sound of just rushing water.
Getting close to that river, I suppose.
So
Yep.
what's the river crossing like?
Like with what we're about to do, or I mean, it's fine. It's just a little.
Is it a bridge, or is it rocks, or are we swimming? Or...
You would know that there. You kind of really don't know what you're going to find because people come and go through here, and occasionally, somebody will build something temporary and then bust it down so people can't follow them. So yeah, you've found boats just kind of pushed up on the shore before. You've found kind of ramshackle bridges
It really
made
just
before.
depends, who's been here, who's come, who's gone.
Do we look for like trail markers, something like a white mark on a tree or something, so we know if
Wouldn't
we're
be any markings or anything.
In our line of work, the unofficial one,
You could start marking them though if you wanted.
one, just one tree.
What do you mark into it?
Just a slash. No. I'll recall our drug interaction at a symbol that popped up and just some abstract looking thing
Okay.
on it.
All right.
Slashed it in there with my dagger.
You all see Kugal go over to a tree and just start getting at it with a dagger.
Are you not? They're not already those somewhere? I thought this was some known path for y'all.
Well, now I know this path. So,
Why weren't they marked before?
well,
How'd you even notice cross here?
because we've done it before. I mean, we just have to kind of walk along until we find something that another smuggler, maybe, I don't want to say a criminal, but maybe a criminal, maybe they left a boat for us to row across. Maybe there's a small footbridge for us to cross. Maybe there's,
Oh, you're talking about what's
but
there.
this is like a rather common, like,
I get it now.
people,
We're going this way hoping there's something. You don't know if there's something.
I mean, I know eventually we're going to come across something, yes.
Like the water.
we
And
will come
something
across
that'll
the
get
water.
across
Yes.
the water, yeah.
God.
It's just we're much more likely to
Yes.
find something within, say, an hour or two going this way than if we continue walking 5 hours on the path to cross at the official way.
You ever gotten jumped
And
doing this
then-
before? It seems like if I was a jumping kind of person, this is the spot I'd want to jump someone.
If you think this is the nice area of, we're not even.
Nice area.
Yeah, I told you, like,
This is just
I don't
downtown.
go too far into
Alley.
the marshes because the deeper you get, the worse it is, the more
see.
dangerous it becomes. So, like, we're not even technically in. Like, I mean, I guess we kind of are a little in, but, like, this is
nothing.
fine now. Yeah, like just
That's the kind of talk of someone to be easy to jump.
If you meet somebody in this area, you just kind of wave and you pay attention. You mind your own business and move on. There's not a lot of interaction that goes on.
I mean, Colt, to be fair, we are prepared for the unexpected.
Yeah, we kind of are, aren't we?
We know we don't know what to expect.
I pity the thing that thinks it's going to unexpect us.
it's good.
All right, well, I guess
Pity
lead
the
on.
thing
I have
that's
faith in
going
you.
to-
Okay. Who's kind of leading the way here? Or are we going 2 and 2 and 1? Because Oceanus would be kind of taking the rear, the caboose here.
I'd be good with that. Them two in front.
Sure.
Yeah.
Us two in the middle.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. In the forest is still nowhere near dense enough to make 2 and 2 any kind of an issue. The further you go, which about another 10 minutes go by, you do eventually find yourself standing at the edge of the river. And this river, even at its thinnest point, is probably 50 feet across and looks to have a pretty strong current. You would guess probably quite dangerous if you tried to swim across. From where you're standing, you don't see any kind of boats or rafts or anything like that. What would you like to do?
Just keep following it up.
Okay, so now that we've kind of gone north and now we're headed east, so we're kind of going further east. Okay. Anything we're looking out for in particular along the way? Anybody doing anything specific as we're kind of walking along the river's edge?
I want to ask, by way of Red Oceanus, how his skin's doing, having been out of the water for quite so long. Is this as a sea elf, is the dry air a concern for?
So do you have to like recharge it or anything, like with water, or are you good? Or
Recharge.
you get
I mean,
dehydrated?
just with food. No, we could be out of the water.
You don't have to like jump in and like.
I prefer to be in the water, but don't have to be there.
What about this? Is this dangerous or is this nothing?
If you don't have gills, I wouldn't go in there.
Freshwater, saltwater, is this a concern?
Yeah, freshwater, saltwater, doesn't matter. No, you know. Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's fine. We're all fine.
Yeah, just plain's fine.
Plane's fine.
I'm just kind of
2 arms,
like
2 legs, 2 wings.
looking, swiveling, like just trying to see if there's anything that someone may have like stashed at the side of some tree somewhere, or yeah.
Okay.
So is this where the boats usually are?
Sometimes.
I mean, that'd be a hell of a long bridge. Well, I don't know, maybe not. We got 50. How much rope we got?
50 feet hempen rope is what I gave. No, if mine's not in the bag, then it's at home.
Oceanus, how far do you think you could throw that spear? Trident.
Well, I brought 100 feet of rope, just in case.
Pretty far, I think.
Can you cross the river?
What are you looking to do?
Just make like a rope bridge if we just absolutely had to.
Maybe if we found something a little bit, wouldn't be able to throw it hard enough to go into like rock, or anything deep enough to be.
He wouldn't have to throw it. He could just like take the end of the rope and swim over there.
I could.
Because
Can
he's
you
an
swim these
impeccable
guys?
swimmer.
It's still very dangerous even for me. If I were to get, blown into a rock or something like that.
That'd be pretty bad, but I mean, we'll find. They got some weird smuggle thing for us. We'll find it, I'm sure.
Worst case scenario, we don't find anything and we go to the same path as normal. Or like what normal, like, I'm city folk people.
I don't even know where they go. Is there a
The
bridge or
local
something
yoke.
far
That's
down?
like way down. That's why we like to go down here.
Oh.
Is there a toll you have to pay?
No tolls, yeah.
Or trolls? No.
Oh, I hope
Maybe
no
trolls.
I heard their tolls are the most expensive. Continuing east for about another 30 minutes or so, you spot in the distance what looks to be a crudely made rope bridge. that is spanning the river at a spot where the terrain kind of elevates a bit and kind of gets a little rocky. There's I don't know, from where you're standing, it looks decent enough. There's no handles on it or rails. It just looks like a flat plank or a flat set of like a swinging rope bridge almost that spans across to kind of an elevated spot on the other side.
Well, looky there.
I suppose.
Yeah, look at it.
That's our way, I guess. Is that what we're trying?
We can see if it seems to be up to crossing.
Okay, I'll hold up my shield and I'll just quickly just twist a little knob right under the little guard I'm holding, and a defensive barrier will go over myself. I get 5 temporary hit points.
Okay. Oceana sees this and kind of, what on earth was that?
The power of science and magic in the shield. I'll hold it out, and you'll see about maybe 3 knobs and like a little pulley lever like right under the bottom too. These all do a couple different things. I haven't had any of the other ones, but right here, I'm not gonna do it again. I can only do it one more time right now. I'll run out of charge. Little barrier over me.
Well, you are quite prepared. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised with everything you did on the Sea Ghost, but I didn't get to see it. Impressive.
Thanks, Oceanus. You're all right yourself. You're holding a little bit of my work right now, too. Remember?
I hope I don't have to use it.
Oh, you're probably got to use it. They've nonstop been saying how dangerous this is. I remember something about bullywugs, too, or something. Someone else said something about bully frog things or something.
Somebody said it.
I think maybe.
Like, stay away from them. They'll stay away from you. We might actually step on one of their kids or something. They'll be pissed, I'm sure.
We will probably potentially come across some bullywug. I think that was more of a lizard folk kind of situation, but...
Right.
Really, anything out here, just try and stay away from it.
We don't have to be
Minus the
friends
tea
with
leaves.
everybody.
If you see some, let me know.
Well, you want me to... I suppose you want me to check this integrity of this bridge before we start crossing, or anyone else want to give it a shot?
That would be
That's
great.
the ultimate
That would be
test.
So when you are getting a bit closer
Jump on
to
it a few times.
the bridge, first you're kind of coming up on that kind of rocky outcropping that rises up. It looks a little difficult to scale, but somebody has left a ladder kind of leaned up against a spot where you could climb up pretty easily, it looks like.
Is that a ladder just left out here? Really?
Well, go in the bag.
Well, that's what I was going to do, yeah. I'm going to take that ladder if they're just going to leave it behind. Does that ladder look like it's needed to get to the bridge itself, dangling up in the air? Or?
It would certainly be a lot easier to get to it.
Oh, well, no, it's a little
You
high
just
up.
take it with us on the last person.
So there's this outcropping. Like you may be able to go around a ways and kind of come back. It's hard to say with the trees, but the area you're looking at, it's not necessarily like a sheer cliff, but there are pretty steep areas and maybe a couple areas with handholds that you could, if you did rock climbing or anything like that, you may be able to. But this ladder has kind of been leaned up against one of the kind of flatter portions of this that kind of goes up. It's probably about 12 to 15 feet up.
Last one up can just... I'll go up last and just bring that with us. Ladder's useful. Right? I mean, I got one.
But professional courtesy, what if the next people that come through here need the ladder?
Google, these are smugglers. Bad people.
Hey,
We're not all
Not you, of course.
people.
I was about to say,
not you.
remember-
I wasn't talking about
bad
you.
people.
I'm a smuggler.
Setting a
you're like
certain
one of
new
the-
light that we're seeing coming from our
I
partner
know.
here.
Maybe your shirt isn't
The
too.
prejudice
Whoa.
The prejudice.
Are
finally
you two being
revealed
serious?
here.
Smugglers just an A-OK, aces up, no one ever smuggles something bad career? You're joking.
Nobody said that.
Nobody said that.
You got back me up
But
here.
to judge all
Oceanus,
smugglers,
Exactly.
Oceanus is like-
we're talking
He's like grabbed his trident at this point.
we're talking about ethics.
The ethics of what?
And I don't know how many ladders you're carrying around with you, but that's kind of an awkward thing to like. I
don't know. It's in the pack.
And what happens if, we're on the other side of the river and something happens to that ladder?
Bless you.
Oh, we'll have
Both
two
ladders.
We'll have two ladders.
And then now we don't have a ladder to get down. I mean...
But I got the one. I got a ladder already.
Yeah, we'd have two.
Yeah, we have two ladders total.
Well, why do you need two ladders?
Why would you want just one ladder?
We got to get somewhere.
What if we had to go 25 feet up in the air? My ladder's only 10 feet. That's a shitty but taller ladder.
Is
All I'm just
ladder number
saying-
1 and ladder number 2 compatible? Do they like dock together? Is there an
There's
adapter
a few
we
ropes
sure
and
that's
some
a-
know-how. You
Sure,
can
that's an
make it
OSHA
work.
violation.
rig it up? I think we've probably done that before.
No. Never.
I want to go on record saying we've never done that.
We can leave it behind
We
if
are
y'all
fully
want
compliant.
to, I guess. It just seems like a complete waste.
I would hate to
I
get the
agree, it's a
reputation
waste,
for being
but-
ladder stealers.
Well, in y'all's business, that would make sense. I wouldn't want that reputation.
And
I wouldn't care if they knew it was me. I'd like them to know it was me, but that's fine. If y'all
We
don't
could leave
want
it.
to.
we don't know if somebody's actively watching.
I would
this,
put my name on
trying
the
to
note
make
with
our way
you.
across.
We took this ladder.
Google, are
That
you
is-
getting this?
God, Red, we become better friends every day. Red would just leave a note saying, "This is ours now." I love it.
And I'm going to yell out loud.
We could also draw
We
an
do
arrow.
not endorse
You could
the
draw an
theft of
arrow on it,
ladders.
Like where to pick it up. Come to Saltmarsh to pick up ladder or something.
for the right price.
Put your address on it.
Sounds great.
I'm glad
Ask-
that they
look
don't
for
live with
Whiskey
us after
Will.
all, Google. Don't put my address on
This
that.
may be the last mission we do together.
Right.
Smugglers are terrible people.
Do I check is the bridge okay? Did I look at it?
So you've climbed up the ladder.
Yeah, I'll go get up the ladder and just look at the beginning of the bridge. I ain't getting on it. But
Yeah. So from the top of the ladder to the bridge, it's probably about another 35, maybe 40 feet over to it. From where you're standing when you first climb up the ladder, yeah, it looks a little jank, but it doesn't look like it would immediately crumble if you were to take a step on it.
What about if I took 8 steps on it?
Have to get a little closer.
It looks fine. I
Could do an insight check on that.
couldn't tell you for sure.
Yeah, sure.
I want to climb up the ladder next.
Oh, you want to go? I'll go down.
Are you sugarcoating it?
Oh. Multiple people can't be up there at the
What was
same
your
time?
insight?
Does say just a 10.
I don't think that's a good idea. There was
Oh, you have
one at a
to
time.
go
be
up the
safe.
ladder to then, there's not like
Yeah,
a
so-
platform area?
No, there is.
Oh, see,
Yeah,
I
so
can
it's
go up there with
Oh,
you.
okay. Yeah, I'm just standing at the top
Yeah.
of the platform.
Yeah, there's once you're up there, it's actually a pretty decently
So it's
sized
not like a high
area.
dive that you're going up a ladder and you've only got like 3 steps.
No,
before you-
yeah, it's you've got, again, from the top of the ladder, it's probably another 30 feet to the beginning of the bridge.
So this is
and
a
then
rocky flat spot.
the forest continues on.
I'm up
That
there
way.
too now.
Okay.
We'll.
Y'all climb up. Okay.
How far is it across the river?
Probably close to 40-ish, 50-ish feet.
I guess whoever's going first, and I'll pull my backpack to my front and just reach in, think of some rope, and pull out 50 feet of rope. How about we tie this to you just in case? You know, something goes wrong, we can reel you in or something.
I'll volunteer to go. My outfit, worst case scenario, if like I go unconscious underwater,
That's
I'll
right, I worked
bloop,
on that.
I'll,
It'll
I'll
just-
bubble up.
That is,
Yeah.
damn, that is useful. All right, let me let's tie this around you, and I'll take the rope and I'll just kind of put it around her waist and just do a little knot on her back.
Could you imagine if you had a ladder too with that?
Oh, with the rope? I
It
don't
would
need
be
a ladder right now.
terrible. I know. That's why Google and I didn't want to bring the other ladder. It would be terrible. Thank you for bringing it up.
So there is honor among thieves, right?
Sometimes. I
Who said
have a
I'm a
feeling it's
thief?
like a roll the dice, right?
It's like a
No, we didn't
phrase.
steal anything.
Have y'all never been like out smuggled or
You
something?
don't
Like
smuggle from
backstab?
a-
Never in your career?
You don't
No,
What do you
we're
think I
very
smuggle?
good
I
smugglers.
smuggle wine. I bring in tea leaves and information on people's missing relatives.
So do smugglers smuggle from other smugglers?
We're,
How would I
smuggling
know?
isn't stealing.
Oh,
we're
so
just
you could be
bringing in
smuggling from other
things.
smugglers.
What if someone sold information on you didn't like? They smuggled that info to someone else, and it was private. It was like they know, like someone else is looking for your brother, and they knew it, so they told someone else or something.
Wow, that was
That's
very
someone
deep.
that I'm looking for my brother too? That's great. Come on,
I
I'm
thought
ready.
you were
Let's
gonna say
go.
how much her cost basis is for her tea leaves.
No,
They could undercut her.
I won't go that route. I think I could swear they come in all shapes and sizes, though. I mean, what y'all do isn't too bad. But there are those that smuggle people, like straight up.
Those are
people.
slavers.
Yeah,
That's a
different.
slaver. That's
We're not.
Well, technically, those bandits we were with, they were smuggling lizard folk, right? On that boat? That's
we don't-
smuggling.
We don't know.
They were just
And weaponry.
We don't know.
That was some smuggling business, right?
Well, the lizard folk were there for the weapons, remember?
Maybe the lizard folk people are being persecuted right now, and the smugglers were. I mean,
Ooh, you know what? New thought. Maybe they were taking them somewhere. The lizard folk.
They were just transporting.
They could have transported.
They could have been there of their own free will.
Oh, you know what? It's in my grunk voice. It's all coming together. Like, what if they were taking those weapons and the lizard folk to the north place where the lizard folk are gathering?
probably. It's good. It's a good thought.
It's all coming together.
That's quite possible. Maybe that's where they were going originally. They did sail off kind of. It was super dark and it was kind of foggy that night. But
they were just going away.
I could have sworn they were heading more north than anything. I think.
Right.
I don't know.
So if you assume you're held captive on a boat, probably don't know where to go. But they had some oomph in what they were doing.
I guess we'll find out sooner than later. And I'll look to Haley and I'll just give a nice talk. When you're ready. And someone else may want to hold this too. I'm not the strongest
we
people.
think the boat was taking the lizard folk with the weapons to the place up there.
You think that the lizard folk were in league with the...
To a degree, maybe being just transported on the boat. Maybe the boat was going to drop them off with the weapons at the place they were going to. Just a theory.
How many smuggling ships have you seen that just offer transport?
I fish.
Did she not? You transport sometimes, right? No.
No,
I guess
they just transport people. Like,
Oh, like a taxi service?
right. I don't know what a
Maybe.
taxi
Why
is,
not?
but it sounds right.
Make a few bucks.
I don't know
Uber at
how
the
much
seas.
illegal immigration's in Saltmarsh, so I couldn't tell you.
That's the new ship name.
Uber of the sea.
Uber of the sea.
Uber of the sea.
Yeah, I haven't seen any people smuggling ships before. I don't think.
I've never been on a
Well,
boat.
there are
I've
fairs.
seen people smuggling ships ferrying people against their will, but not for like a service.
Yeah, I don't know if that'd be called. That's
like
not
a
smuggling at that point.
transporter?
Yeah, that's just transport. That's not smuggling.
It's like a carriage, water carriage.
I wonder how hard that'd be to make. A water carriage. Not a boat. It's an actual.
We have a water carriage. It's just a boat.
No, I can make it better. I can make it better. Make it like a carriage.
I can improve it.
Like it's a boat.
needs wheels.
But when it goes on land, it's a carriage.
That would be pretty cool.
Finish the Optimus Prime cart. Work your way up to it. You got to start small.
I mean,
He's trying to make like an amphibious vehicle.
Hey,
Do we have like a troop lander? Is that like
Cool. You know how you have like those really nice medals on your
on your gloves?
just on your person, really,
Your armor.
Where?
your armor.
Oh, my suit itself. The scale mail. I had to rig it up with. I think I rigged it up when we were with those weird undead dudes down in the basement of the haunted place. Yeah.
So like, say if you wanted like some really nice medals, right, and like maybe even some that you have on. Do you know who would bring those in?
Travelers.
Me.
Right.
So I'm a terrible smuggler. Do you want my medal still?
Do we only have senses here? And I said you're one of the okay ones. You're all right. But there's reason smuggling's illegal, right? There's a reason it's not out in the open.
I'm just.
I feel like we're watching that PSA commercial that justifies the oil fracking or whatever.
I carefully take a
Smuggling,
step
bro.
onto the bridge.
The
Okay.
smuggling industry keeps Saltmarsh alive.
As you put your like kind of full weight on it,
I'm like very carefully.
okay, you feel it kind of bow down a bit, and then kind of steady out, and then you see, the rest of the bridge. It kind of has just a light sway to it. It's not like a land bridge by any means. But it didn't seem like it was, again, about to just snap and fall. Because you can see, actually, on the side that you are all on, they've built kind of this bracing. Whoever has built this kind of wooden bracing that the bridge kind of ties onto. And on the other side, you can see that the bridge kind of is lashed around some kind of heavy stones. And then beyond that, you see kind of this like an overturned cart and kind of some various other like debris that's scattered. Kind of down at the bottom of the other side of the river, you see kind of again busted up, completely unusable boat, like little small boat. And there's just random kind of debris laid around here. It looks like maybe quite a few people have probably used this. It looks like at one point maybe there used to be rope like handles almost, or rope grabs, but they have since kind of frayed and are dangling kind of from your side down into the river and kind of floating along with it. But bridge seems fairly stable.
Everything good over there?
I'm not that far on. I'm right here. Why are you yelling at me?
I thought you went further. I wasn't looking. I was looking at Kugo. What? All right, what's up? What?
So Colt, if I get within like 20 feet, within 15 feet and things go downhill, initially don't hold on super tight. I have a plan for. I can maybe get myself the last 15 feet.
You want me to like just let it go till I get near the end of the rope?
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that.
So here's my plan. Okay, I'm just gonna let you know now, in case if this is my intention. In case if it breaks at the last 15 feet, I'm gonna do a gust of wind coming from just under me to hopefully rocket me the rest of the way.
Can you do that? You can fly with that?
I mean, it's a gust of wind. I mean, it's I think hypothetically, maybe. I've never tried
If
it.
we had some sails and we fashioned them to ourselves,
Oh.
could you not gust of wind us and just launch us over a large gap?
Flying Squirrel Squad.
I don't know if it is that strong.
Airbender. Just
60 feet long, 10 feet.
It'd be like a makeshift glider, and she's the wind. That's genius, Aelin.
This is just my plan I have for my if things. I'm hoping I don't have to try this. It's just.
If it's strong enough to launch you out, anything to lift just your body, that for sure that'll be genius.
I don't even know if this will work. This is just my worst case scenario option.
Well, we got to test it before we go to bed, of course, right?
I don't know.
Depends on what the day brings.
I could really get hurt doing this. I'd rather, it's fine. We're just gonna. I'd take another step carefully.
Okay. Same thing. Feels fine.
Okay, I continue my path, being careful, being careful, being careful.
Being careful each time.
Yeah.
You see Aelin kind of making her way across this rope bridge. You see it swaying a little bit when she walks. You're not having to really try too hard to keep the balance. It's more of just precautionary than anything else. You get about halfway across and you hear, "Oi!" from the other side.
Oi!
And then looking ahead, from that overturned cart, you see a head kind of pop up. "What are you doing?"
I'm walking. What are you doing?
Walking in.
I'm walking out. What are you doing?
"I'm collecting the tolls."
Okay, how much is the toll? I didn't hear about a toll. Since when?
Can I yell something?
Sure.
Aelin!
Yeah.
Are you getting ambushed?
No, not yet at least.
All right.
I'm okay for now.
50 gold
For all of us?
each.
I don't know about that. When'd that start? I'll do 50 total.
It's been that way.
Not last time I was here.
So we're gonna give this guy 50 gold, but not Oceana's money.
You can pay the toll, or you can turn around, or we can just kill you and take it.
Who's we?
You see a couple more heads pop up on the other side.
Where are they?
In front of you, kind of coming from like behind the cart, and then another kind of walks up from like the lower side of the ledge on the far side of that of the bridge.
Are y'all seeing this? Y'all seeing this?
You would
How
yes,
many?
you would
How
see
many
this now.
total are
Are they
there?
starting to step?
Yeah,
Right
can we
now-
hear what they're saying?
Right now, you see 3.
Do we hear what they're actually saying?
You just hear yelling.
So, my next question. How far spaced are they apart from each other?
2 of them are right next to each other behind the cart.
Okay.
The other one is probably about 15 feet away from them.
Are we? I'm gonna send a message to Aelin. Are you okay? Are we about to roll? Like,
I'm okay for now, but if you see them attack me...
So what is it? You got the money? You throw it to us.
I'm too far away. I'm still like, how far away am I to the end?
So the bridge itself is in total about 50 feet. You're probably about 25 feet across, so you're about the halfway mark. So there's about 25 feet and then probably another 20 feet. They're probably about 50 feet from you.
You see, I'm a girl, right? I can't throw that far.
We see what you're wearing. That's fancy armor.
Just because I have fancy armor doesn't mean I can throw something that far.
Don't look light.
I sent a message to Aelin. Are we trying to stall, or are you ready to go?
No, I'm like genuinely like, how do you expect me to throw something 50 feet away from myself? Like, I'm not like a professional NBA or
not trying to
MLB
stall.
player.
Oceanus,
Is she trying to reason with someone?
Soon.
And he grabs it.
Prepare.
I'm awakened, man. I'm gonna say, like, are you in danger? And can these guys like cut the ropes on the bridge while you're on it?
From where I'm standing, I don't think they can, from what I see, I don't think they can cut it, right?
If you were both to just book it towards the end of the bridge at the same time, you'd probably get there about the same time. But it also kind of comes down, do you think that they would cut like their way across the bridge?
I'm slowly making my way further towards them. I will say this also. If they start to go towards the bridge, I plan on gust of winding them. And so it's a strong line, 60 feet long and 10 feet wide, blast from you in a direction you choose. So it would be going towards them to just...
Okay.
Not to hurt the bridge. I want to make that very clear. I do not want to harm this precarious bridge.
Okay.
I want it to be... Last time I tried to do this, it went way sideways.
It was a learning. The spell has a learning curve to it. I feel like we
Way
learned from it.
sideways.
Yeah.
So I would only want it... I want it positioned
Yeah.
to where it's just hitting them.
Okay.
Not me, not my friends, not the bridge.
Okay.
And that's only if...
So you're continuing to move forward.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll let you know if I want a gust of wind or not, though.
Okay.
Because, I'm a strong girl. They can try and hurt me. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. But I'm confident. That's also why I
So
wanted
you're
to go first.
lying to them.
Oh, you
I'm
could
a
throw that goal.
I'm a sweet little girl.
Okay.
She could punch
Are we
double
going?
doors off a barricade.
Are we gonna
Of course
go?
she could.
You
I
see.
don't know. She's not telling us anything. I don't know what to do.
I don't...
I mean, I could hit them from here on some stuff.
Just let Aelin. We gotta trust Aelin. Just let Aelin do what she's doing.
Continuing across. You
fucking
see
throw 'em out.
one of the two behind
You
the
good,
cart hold up a
120.
crossbow
Oh, we're
and
good.
like, and he's still holding it like this. All three of you actually can see this now at this point.
Oh,
And he yells out and he says,
Are
I
we
said no
going?
further, or else I put a bolt through your heart. I don't care how tough that armor is. Throw us the gold or go home.
I'm gonna yell from the other side, like, "Hey, what's your name?"
You're on the other side of the bridge.
Yeah.
You want to go?
He like looks
Tony.
over.
Hey, what's your name?
He kind of like, let me see if he can hear you. He looks at you and you just see his head turn. What?
You want to go?
What's
We
your
going?
name?
We about to get. You want to get food?
Marvin!
Marvin. I've heard of you, Marvin. I met your mom.
Oh, yeah?
I'm gonna awaken
ready?
mine. I'm
You
gonna tell
ready?
her to start running. She was a bitch.
Oh, hell no!
I'm running like they
All
said
right.
to do.
So as you start to run, the other one turns his crossbow towards you and is looking to fire it. Everybody roll initiative.
Fantastic.
That didn't land right. Let me try again. That was like in between
All right.
Oh boy, the reveal.
Ooh.
How pretty.
Is this what came in the other day?
That's
Part of
pretty
it.
cool.
Gorgeous.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna put.
On the brig.
Some two-headed dude.
Here, can you crack that door too? I think Kim may have left and the dogs are still they can't know our existence. Don't see us. Thank you. Are they out there? Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah.
I think the rest of you, if you want to place everybody over there, kind of where they would be.
I mean, kind of as close to I can to the edge without being on the bridge, like kind of cliffside.
Yeah, so right there is kind of like, yeah, there you go. You'd kind of have to go through a little bit of bramble and stuff to get there. There's a little bit of difficult terrain behind you at this point.
Okay.
All right. Kugal.
11.
11. Red.
8.
Aelin.
16.
And Colt.
15.
Good. And Oceanus is a 15 as well.
We don't have a fig for him, do we?
Brociandus? Oh.
Yes.
Yay. There he is.
Alrighty. So this is all kind of happening a little bit at the same time, but Aelin, you feel like you've just barely got the edge on this, and you are first up in initiative.
Great.
What would you like to do?
Would you say that
Okay, a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point that I choose.
would that cover all three of them?
What's the radius?
10 feet.
You could get 2 of them.
Well, baby, I'm going for 2 of them then. I'm gonna cast Shatter.
Which 2 are you going for?
Oh, I can pick?
Yeah, because like if you center it here, you can get these 2. If you center it here, you get these 2.
So I imagine the 2 that are closest to me are probably the ones that are going to try and cut this bridge down potentially. Or does one look stronger than the other? Like, is one of them the Korean Thanos?
Right, from the
physical 100. If you guys aren't watching, watch it. It's phenomenal.
In this instant, it's really hard to make that kind of a snap judgment. The 2 behind the cart both are wielding crossbows. The one kind of down a little bit is wielding a sword.
Okay, I'm going to go with the sword guy and
In the middle one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
So I guess then I need to roll. No, I need them to make a con save.
Okay. The first one is a non-natural 20
course
for
it
the
is.
first one there. And the second one is a 3. Rolled a 3.
Okay, well, the 3 definitely is going to fail. And he's going to take 24. Because I'm using
24.
Yeah, I'm using my Wrath of the Storm. I'm channeling Divinity, and with that, you can use Channel Divinity to deal maximum damage instead of rolling for lightning or thunder damage.
Okay.
And I want to say this is thunder damage. Let me make sure though. I don't want to lie. This is a new one for me, so. Each creature must make con save. Thunder damage, yes.
Okay.
So he takes 24. The other guy is going to take half that, 12.
Okay. Let's see. All right. So, I believe that lets out just a very loud sound as well, or no? Is it just within their heads?
A sudden loud ringing noise, painfully intense, erupts from a point of your choice within range. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make the save.
Okay, but it's audible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
you all hear this just screeching ring echo out across this canyon here. And Aelin, you actually see this one start to grab at his ears, and as blood is just like running down, and you see him actually just go down.
Bye.
And yeah, we'll say he falls off the back. Wilhelm scream. This one grabs his ears, and it looks like he is not doing great, but he is still standing.
If that the little cart thing that probably took damage as well. It says a non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes the damage if it's in the spell's area.
Okay. Yeah, so you actually see this thing. It doesn't completely just crumble to pieces, but it kind of breaks down. So now instead of like half cover back there, they will have just like a quarter cover.
Okay. And I would like to move as well.
Where would you like to go?
I want to try and get on the other end.
10, 15?
Perfect. Maybe 5 more in.
Which way?
You know what? No, I'm holding the bridge. I'm gonna stand right here. This is
Holding
my
the
bridge
ground.
now. This is my bridge.
All right. End of turn?
End of turn.
All right. That is going to bring us to the bandits, which actually you hear, the rest of you hear behind you, 3 more.
Yeah, damn it.
Coming out from kind of the shrubbery, the bushes, behind trees that they were kind of hiding out in.
That's an ambush.
Now that's an ambush.
So let's see here.
Got Charlie in the trees.
May I say, like, when I called Marvin's mom a bitch, that I summoned my pack weapon before we got under wing? Okay.
Yeah.
Your mom's a bitch.
So this one here is going to run up to you, Kugal, and he's going to take a swing. He's got a sword in his hand that he's going to swing at you with. But you notice him just in time and kind of dodge out of the way. The next one, if you would, Red, runs up toward you to take a swing along with the other one. And they are both going to take a swing at you.
Yikes.
What's your ace? That was a...
Goes to 12.
the first one was a 10, so
Nice.
you see the first one coming and just kind of move out of the way just quick enough. They both miss as they come after you there. That is going to be the end of their turn. And that's going to bring us to you, Colt.
I'm gonna see the one running at Kugal first, and I guess I'll run up to that guy. So I'm gonna move side by side with Kugal, and I'm gonna wind up a right hook and boom, right with him, Thunder Gauntlet.
Okay, you run up, and as you kind of do, you find your feet kind of getting a little tangled up in this bramble. It's a little harder to move, but you're able to make it to him.
What's so far away? Oh yeah, that's heading, dude. It's like 26.
That hits.
He is gonna take some thunder damage, specifically 10 thunder damage.
Okay.
And the moment I contact his head, he now has this shrill going on in his ear that only goes off if he's not looking at me. So he's got disadvantage on attacking anything else other than me right now.
All right. End of turn?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to bring us to Oceanus, who's actually going to turn to one of the ones that took a swing at you, Red. He's going to make an attack with his trident as he just goes to impale this guy. God, my dice are not great tonight. It's probably good for you. You rolled a 3. So that is going to miss as this bandit kind of parries away his trident. That is going to bring us to this bandit that's actually closest to you, Aelin, who finishes climbing up here. And he's going to take a swing at his sword for you. At you. That is a... Where is it? Here, there we go. 17 to hit.
I have 18 AC.
Yeah,
now.
so you parry this thing off with your shield. He looks kind of frustrated, but still determined. You can see that he has blood coming out of his ear and his nose.
Wait, he didn't hit me, right? So
Correct.
never mind.
The other one is going to unleash his crossbow attack at you. That's a 16 plus 3, 19. That is going to hit you then for 9 piercing damage as it just finds one of the very few weak points in your armor
And he's more than 5 feet away from me?
He is.
Oh, dang it. Okay.
That is going to bring us to you, Kugal.
He's within the 5 feet, like he was in melee with me.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna do kind of like a spinning slash attack with my glaive.
Sick. Let's see it.
Give me something. Flaccid 20.
That yes, that'll do it. That'll hit.
Yeah. 10. So a 6 plus 2 and 8. 8 damage.
Okay. So as you turn and make this kind of twirling slash attack towards him, you catch him right across the mouth, and you see kind of
That's how he got those
his
scars.
whole head isn't bisected, but like the 3/4 of it did, and it kind of flaps back like
Turned him into
the
a Pez
Canadians in
dispenser.
South Park. As he falls back.
I turned him
to
into
the
a
ground.
Pez dispenser. Good. So at least he won't be within range. So I would like to kind of like dive through like the little A section to head towards or head up the bridge. See if I like snuck underneath.
So that'd be 5, and then this would be kind of like a difficult terrain. So
I've got 30 to work
10,
with. So.
20. So 20 gets you on the bridge.
And then 10 more as I can make it.
25, 30 will get you right there.
Okay. And I will call that complete.
Okay. Red.
Oh, I'm gonna turn to the 2 buddies over here, and I'm gonna do this and throw some burning hands at them.
Okay.
So they need to make dex saves against 15.
Yeah, they do.
Let me get my d6.
So the first one, let's see which ones were those. So that's.
That was great.
So the first one rolled a
That was
14.
great. I'm doing my part.
The second one rolled a nat 1.
Okay, well, it's either 4 or 2.
Oh no! Burning embers.
Out of the 18. And
So
then 4 or
as
2.
you turn to unleash this fiery hell from your hands, your foot gets caught up in just a little bit of that bramble, and it almost scares you. That like, is it a snake? Did I get bitten by something? And your hands go a little wild. You do manage to like scorch one of them for 4. The other one for no, what was the DC?
15.
So they both failed.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
So yeah, both of them before. However, the other one, when he gets burned, he like freaks out and like turns and falls into the other one, kind of further igniting flame, and they will both actually take 8 fire damage instead.
We will see that. I will just stay put now in my turn.
Okay. Aelin, that brings us to you.
So is the guy far enough away that I can do guiding bolt and not be at a disadvantage? Since it's.
I'm trying to remember off the top of my head if disadvantage is caused by just anything being in your face and you trying to fire at someone, even if they're not within 5 feet. I know that's the Baldur's Gate thing, but now that I've played so much of that, it's like now my realities are blurring together. Do you remember?
No, I don't remember if the official rule.
For now, we will say that if the target you're not firing at is not directly in your face, will not impose disadvantage.
Okay.
I will look at it after, and yes, that will be subject to change.
Okay. I'm gonna cast guiding bolt on the guy that's
behind the wagon.
Behind the wagon. So I need to roll to see if I'm gonna hit. 12.
Okay. You let loose this guiding bolt as this other one.
I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna use my
She's still here.
inspiration,
Okay.
and then whichever the higher is, can I do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't feel confident with a 12. It's a 12 again. You know, the gods say a 12 is a 12.
It's supposed to be a 12.
It's supposed to be a 12. There goes that inspiration.
You feel like this bolt of energy is going to be spot on. Like it feels good as it leaves your hand. However, this guy kind of dodges behind that cart just a little bit as your bolt just takes out a piece of the cart where normally it would have definitely hit him. He just had a little bit of extra cover from the cart there. In a turn? Yep, mute.
Yeah, because there should be enough space next to me of Kugal for him to go. Looks like there's 5 feet there, so yeah.
Okay. Let's see. That is going to bring us to our 2 bandits in Fuego. And they are actually, they look mortal. They are going to try and turn and run, actually. So both you and Oceanus will get an attack of opportunity against them.
Is that just physical weapons or magic?
Yeah,
Or
yes, there is a feat that you can get that would allow you to
Throw
make
magic.
your attack of opportunity with magic, but just by default you cannot.
I'm bringing out my good old trusty dagger.
Stab him.
Oceanus
That's
whiffs again. He's not used to fighting probably out of the water.
10 to stab a dagger.
Both of you just kind of they're running so erratically, like on fire. And they, let's see, that's 5, 30.
These guys will probably get families. Just let them go.
So I'm gonna put them both right at the edge of this map. I lost the other one.
But he's right here.
The trees are in my way. I will have them. They would essentially be in range, probably for one more round. So you get one more good attack. But you see them; they're kind of darting back into the trees, and that's going to be the end of both of their turns. Colt.
Seeing them trying to get away, I think for just a millisecond I should let him go, but I instinctively just reach for my right hip and then grab my hand crossbow, aim, and fire.
Okay.
At the, I guess, the more left one from where I'm sitting. Oh, nice hitting too. 19.
That hits.
That guy's gonna get pierced for 7 piercing damage.
Okay. As he's kind of running off, you start to kind of predict his path, and you lead him a little bit, and this arrow just sinks into the back of his head, and he goes limp and falls over the edge of the cliff side down into whatever brambles or awfulness is down there.
And then I kind of see the other guy. I quickly start trying to reload my hand crossbow, and that'll end my turn.
Okay.
You rolled a non-arm strike.
That is going to bring us
I clicked it,
to Oceanus, who is going to pull out his light crossbow as well and take a shot at the other one that was running. He seems to be, I guess, more proficient with that as it sinks in. Definitely hits for 4 damage as the other one just slumps over onto the ground there, not
No
moving.
witnesses.
These guys got handled. Kugal.
I'm going to continue running across the bridge, but just before I get to where... I'm going to continue running through the bridge, and when I get just a little behind Aelin, I'm going to Eldritch Blast the guy behind the cart
Okay.
and give him a shot. Nat 1. Yeah, it takes off like a
Aelin, make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy.
Not 20.
Wow.
You you have just a piece of your foot still on the bridge behind you, so you kind of feel the vibrations of somebody running up, and you turn to look just as Kugal runs up, and his toe gets stuck in between a set of the logs as he goes to fire, and it sets off a crossbow bolt just into the sky, and just like it takes off a couple strands of hair as you dodge out of the way. Just in time, Kugal, you face plant. Just right next to Aelin.
Hey, you're across the bridge.
I just go, fuck. How much, like, distance did I cover with that?
Say again?
How much distance did I cover with that?
Let's see, that would have been, you were right there, 5, 10, 15, 20. So you don't have quite enough
I don't
movement
have enough to get
up.
back up.
Yeah.
Okay. I have nothing else that I could do until I have a chance to get back up. So
Okay.
I'll call that.
Just cry a little bit. Crying is a free action.
Yeah, it's okay.
Red.
Cool. I will go ahead and run 30 feet down the bridge. So
Okay.
Wherever
Yeah,
so that gets me.
Yeah, so each one, like on this terrain, like each
Oh, yeah,
kind
I
of
see.
5-foot area does have a slightly different like thing. So you'd be like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay, cool. I'll run my 30. I'm going to do a Ray of Frost, and I'm spend a sorcery point, and I'll twin it.
Okay.
I'll send it to
This
both
one?
to this guy and that guy. I'll
So
send one to each one.
Aelin's gonna thread the needle. Okay. Everybody just shooting around you. Aelin.
That's fine. All right, so that's a 12. So that'll be, I rolled a 12. That'll be a 19 for
That
the
hits.
first ray, and then the second one will be a 17
Both hit.
on there. I'll just roll 1 damage die for both, or do you want separate d8s on the damage?
I'd say with twinned, you could use the same
Okay.
because it's technically the same attack.
6
so.
frost each.
Okay. Aelin, just as this arrow finishes whizzing by your head, a blue and white like bolt of cold, like you can feel the cold as it goes by your face there, just goes and makes direct contact with this guy's chest and just completely freezes it. But the force of it knocks him back, at which point you see the frost on his chest kind of shatter. And he just tumbles down to the bottom of this. You think you hear maybe a couple bones crack as he hits the rocks down below. This one gets hit and is definitely gritting his teeth, but he's still alive.
End of turn.
Aelin.
He didn't have his turn.
Cartman?
No, it was when he shot his crossbow
Okay.
at you. Yeah.
Well, in that case, I will. I don't really want to use another spell slot. I'm just gonna walk up around to him, and I'm gonna use my mace. I'm very conflicted right now.
Get our
Yeah,
close-up.
I'm gonna use my mace and swing at him and hopefully hit him. Oh, a natural 20 again.
Ooh, the dice are hot. So that's automatically going to be max damage.
9.
And roll the d20 again. Another attack roll.
15.
Okay, that's going to deal like max damage x2.
There you go. Good job.
How much is
That
that?
rolls.
So 2 max damage, 18.
Okay.
Boom.
You run up to this with which weapon?
My mace.
Your mace. You run up, and he was kind of busy looking at Red with these frost beams, like shrieking out of his hands at the same time as like this kind of dark energy is like enveloping him as he's casting this magic.
That's fine.
He
Dark
seems
energy.
a little bit distracted. That when he turns back to look at you, it's too late. Your mace is like right there, and you just clock this dude in the side of the face. Teeth go flying. His face kind of halfway caves into the shape of your mace. And he just, again, immediately goes limp. And that's it. We're out of initiative. You guys just absolutely massacred these bandits.
They had it coming.
They kind of did.
How dare they try and steal from a poor, innocent, petite, weak woman trying to just cross a bridge?
Realizing I'm on the rickety bridge, I will continue across.
Okay.
Technically, there is a rope there if you want to.
Carefully crossing.
Still attached to me.
Not gonna run.
So we're out of
Careful
initiative. Back to y'all.
Kugal's just gonna lay there and let Red just walk over the top of him. Just
You need some help. You okay?
yeah.
Surprised you didn't use your inspiration.
I'm gonna just start.
This may be worth it somewhere else.
I'll start casting prestidigitation to get the rocks and mud off you, whatnot.
I got it.
Are you guys good over there?
All good here.
Yes.
All right. Catch up in a moment. Oh, she has. Help me check these guys, get their stuff and whatnot. Have to meet up with the others.
All right.
I see what they're doing over there, and I'm like, yeah.
Pilfering.
Pilfer. I'm going straight to the guy
Right
who
click.
was first a dick to me.
That would
I
be...
think the one right in front of me, right?
No,
No?
he's down at the bottom.
Oh, well, I guess I'm going to
Guy
go
with
into the guy in
Frozen,
front of me
broken
then.
ribs.
Okay. So on each one of these, you find a scimitar, and a light crossbow. Each one of them has one. You don't find any gold on their person, but when you kind of make it down and around, kind of underneath this rock kind of outcropping, you see that there's a small little bandit camp in there with a few various sleeping bags, a few rations here and there. It looks like they weren't here for a long time and didn't plan to be here for a long time. You find a couple of pouches of gold amounting to 120 gold.
Wow. Okay. I'll walk back up to wait for everyone to cross over so we can divvy it all up.
Did you find anything?
Nothing. Just kidding. Yeah, I got 120 gold here.
That's crazy. You can tell how much gold is in a bag by just
It's really good.
She's got the Midas touch.
Yeah,
fascinating.
yeah.
That's magic.
It's impressive. I know.
What's on the three over here? Same thing?
Yeah, pretty much same thing.
Scimitars and
Scimitar, crossbow. It looked like all their stuff they didn't keep necessarily on them. They had it all kind of stashed down in their little camp.
Okay.
Taking anything for the Benton dent? No.
I flip open my pack and reach down. Each time I grab a scimitar, I just hold it over my back and just drop it. And just
I see him, and I'm like,
crossbow too.
why does he need so many weapons? 2 ladders, centaur.
As far as armor, right? It's making more of it?
Oh, maybe
Maybe it's for the
do you
cart.
think that he can? Yeah, he's
know,
gonna
like-
make the ship cart thing.
Yeah, and he's going to use the scimitars as wheels, so it's like...
Digs into the earth.
Colt's so smart.
Ultimate
All
traction.
terrain.
All right, once I collect that
20-inch
stuff,
blades on the Impala.
Oh, you know, maybe he'll offset them, so it's just like...
I will head over across the bridge and meet up with the group.
Sunday. Kid seats just $5.
$5. Oh, come see the scimitar cart.
You guys,
Grave digger.
with the thing, I pull out 24 gold and divvy it out to all of us, including our new friend.
24?
20.
20 each.
20 each.
20 each. Just kidding. 20 each.
Oh, look at that. They're
I don't
burning
know
too.
why 24. 20 each.
I'll,
No, 24. You said
okay.
120 gold.
Divided by 5.
That's 20 each.
Is Oceanus.
2, 4, 6, 8.
Are you trying to
10, 12.
gaslight the DM?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 120? 6, right?
20.
There's
Okay.
only- but there's only
20 divided
five.
by 4.
We need you math whizzes out there to help us out.
120 divided by 5. 24.
Yeah, it's 24. There's only 5 of us.
Yo, why didn't y'all believe me? You guys were thinking if there were 6 of us.
Yeah, I was counting 6, and that's when I was like, no, you should get
There's
out.
no 6.
Yeah, there's no
4
6,
of
there's only 5
us,
of us.
and then
Oh,
one.
you know what? I was thinking of taxes.
I'm being
almost the end of the
gaslighted
month.
right now.
Right. It's only, yeah, who do we have to pay taxes to? Are we going to be late?
The man.
Can we file an extension? We're on official city business.
When we were supposed to pay our
It's at the end of the month.
End of the month.
oh, okay.
We'll pay it when we get back.
Okay.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
You guys- you know
living
people.
expenses.
Yeah, we know people.
Yeah.
Oh, who do we have? Is it Ertl or whatever? We have to pay her? She'll be disappointed.
I give 24 gold to everyone.
Perfect.
You miss Salem.
Is there any rope laying around in their little bandit camp, too?
Yeah, nothing like incredibly long. Like there's not just like a full 50-foot rope.
there
There's
be
probably a couple of like 10-foot, 12-foot pieces.
Would there be enough to tie bodies to trees?
Whoa.
Whoa.
In what fashion?
Like, set propped up against a tree, and then just wrap a rope around the tree and them.
Like a scarecrow.
Probably not enough to do it like incredibly well, but you could probably manage it.
And just leave a
Okay.
message.
I untie the rope around me still, just for the record.
Oh, yeah, I need that back. Yeah, you
And
don't
I
need-
start winding it and giving it back to you.
Thank you. I don't want to just leave a bunch of bodies just laying haphazardly around here. I was thinking of maybe, I don't know, I don't want to bury them either or something. That'd take too much time. Maybe just tie them up to a tree. Maybe put a note above it. Like, tried to extort strangers or something. To show, anyone else tries to ambush around here that,
What's our group name? We could say we were here.
I don't want to leave a signature. I just
The
want to say,
hero of Saltmarsh was here. And like,
this is already some, under the table business. If you want to try to backstab while doing under the table, here's a lesson learned. 5 bodies tied to this tree.
oh, us or them? Because we're in official business.
Well, no, they just tried to extort us, didn't they?
Well, they tried.
And they failed. So now we tie their corpses to a tree, sending a message to anyone else trying to ambush people trying to cross a bridge.
So we could say HOSM was here.
He's not, Aelin, he's not listening. I don't think he's listening to me.
That would send a message. They'd be like, who is HOSM?
I don't even know who that is,
Speaking
Red.
of who
the
is
hero of
HOS,
Saltmarsh.
Oh, God damn it.
there was like a dark aura around you earlier when you... Magic, dark aura.
So this takes precedence over tying dead people to
Yeah,
trees.
because I'm just curious. Like, I don't have a dark aura when I do magic.
Kira, Aelin, make
Who's
a... I don't know.
Veteran.
Stranger danger. Make a... We're going to call this a little bit of a retroactive perception check. Not all the way, but a little bit. Is it a nat 20?
Nat 20, 3 and a 9. Jim saw it.
Somebody check those dice. I think
I
it's
got
been with
two.
different dice.
No, I got 2 on the purple,
purple, yeah.
and now 1 on the green.
Ooh,
I mean, I saw it like come out of your hand. Just,
I have to put that.
what's this on the bottom? Is this,
Yeah,
is this
yeah.
some kind of weight in here?
So
What do you wanna know?
with a with a 20, so he was behind you, right? But the cold. So first the arrow, right? You turn around to look at Kugal,
I'm being attacked from all sides.
right? And then like as you go to look back, zoom zoom, ice flashes. Looking back again, and it's just very quick. And so like looking back at him, you would kind of see. It's not like smoke from Mortal Kombat, like
Sure.
just wreathed in ash and smoke. But it was just
That'd be pretty
it was
cool.
it was almost like the light around him like dimmed a bit just in the quick flash. The rest of y'all wouldn't have seen it. Y'all were turned around looking at the other bandits running. So yeah, it just would have been you that had seen that. You're not sure exactly what it was, but yeah, you definitely saw something.
It's like, something's going on here.
I think we all have our traumas, but yes.
I'll leave it at that. And just, I'm notating, like, to myself, I'm like, something. He won't talk about himself. He's got missing family. The cult and I have found out that he refuses to talk about.
Remember that? Well, never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
I'm just red flags are going up. They're not red. They're like, hey, this is weird. Not a red flag. Nothing wrong.
You remember that one time where you don't hear this? This is kind of out of game. Remember that one time when I died but didn't die? There's a bunch of shadows around me and stuff.
Who are you?
I feel like you'd remember that with a 20, maybe.
Strange things afoot in the forest here.
All right, someone help me tie these bodies up. I'm tying them to the street out here.
Wait, what? What are the bodies?
You see Colt
to the
over there.
tree,
He's
that's right.
he's already got a couple of them.
Oh, I
Like
have my dagger. I'll go ahead and start working on the.
I'll help carry a
You're gonna
body.
carve it into the tree.
Yeah, H.
I was just gonna write a note, but I guess.
Oh.
You're putting the. All right, you
I'm
do
gonna
that.
go get the
Yes.
bandit that I like halved, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
carry him. I was like, my name is Howdy, Howdy, Woody, Howdy.
I'm
back
just
or
helping
down
you carry bodies. I'm a strong girl. I help carry.
Is there like a butcher's knife or like a butter knife or something in their camp or any type of knife? I just want us to be able to stab a note into a tree.
yeah, I'd say there would be
Got this dagger.
not like
I don't want
a
to leave you dagger.
not like a butcher's knife, but there's like a hunt,
Little
not like a
hunting knife, little
hunt,
skinning
like
knife.
a
It's one of
skinning
those,
knife. Yeah.
The scimitars.
I'm not gonna leave a scimitar behind. That's too
What
much.
about an arrow?
Oh, we could use an
Have
arrow.
crossbow?
I could use a bolt, I guess. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. I'll just use a bolt. I will reach in my pack,
Hold
take
the
out
lever
a
up.
piece of paper, piece of parchment, because I have 5 of them. This is one of them. And then I'm going to reach in for my little ink set it on a nearby stump, and then take the quill, and I'll just write a quick note on it.
Okay.
Extort at your own risk.
That's pretty
You're
brutal.
professional over here.
And then I'll
Oh,
put everything back up. I'll hold up the piece of paper, hold up my nail puncher, crossbow,
Don't
hand
cover up
crossbow,
the mark.
and I'll put it under his signature. So he doesn't mess up. And I'll just shoot the note to where it sticks to the tree.
Okay.
Use another bolt. There. Now people see these folks tied up, see extort at your own risk, see some initials. Clearly someone had something to do with this. And now if anyone else tries to be nefarious like that, here's what could happen.
Pretty brutal.
I think it sends a good message.
Yes. You know what I also see is your crafting skills. With that'd be good for the tower we take over.
You
Like
tower
hammering
that-
stuff, like with your nails. And the tower back there.
I can craft stuff, but I'm not a
You fixed
construction
the
man.
boat. You fixed the boat and our boat.
Boats work way different than the structural integrity of a giant tower. Maybe for enough time.
You're so smart. I think you can do it.
Mm.
You can fix
Maybe.
everything.
It's the hero.
You
Yeah.
got my armor?
I just point
got
to
it
what I
fitting.
scribbled in there.
Oh, I forget that's what that means. All right, well, I've got my hand crossbow back on my hip, and I'm just put everything back away. This was a nice detour. Ambush! Look at that!
Well, sort of.
Honor among thieves be damned sometimes. What was your, what were you about to do, Alan? You were just
What do you
stopped
mean,
there.
Honor. We're not thieves, remember? We're good people.
Well,
And I
there's-
winked to.
We had a big old smuggler debate earlier, and you were saying, like, we should leave
Yeah,
the
I know. I
ladder
was
for
trying
other
to wink and be
smugglers.
subtle about
And
it.
then
That
those
was
are the
true.
smugglers we were leaving the ladder for, right there. Now we killed them.
Oh, those are bad people.
They weren't smugglers, for sure. We don't know
They
that.
were ready to jump us.
They seemed more like thieves.
So that's a
So-
thieves' ladder.
I don't know whose ladder that is.
It could be our ladder.
I hover my mouse over the ladder and wait for the description to pop up. Does it say ladder or thieves ladder or ladder used by thieves?
Inspect.
Yeah, inspect.
If you want to go back over and get the ladder, I mean,
That's way too
So-
far now.
So let's.
That's like
you know,
60 feet away. It's way too far.
I have an ethical question. For y'all smuggling, would you kill someone during your smuggling to be successful?
Oh, that's a good one, Red. Would you?
well, like I said, the things I smuggle aren't like, I smuggle wine.
But you've been
Where-
tasked for the 1,000 gold of wine. Now someone's like, give me that wine or else. And then you're like, do you give them the wine or are you like, no, I'm securing the wine?
Or do
I
you
don't-
drop your
You would kill him. No, what do we even answer? She'd kill him. You not remember that fella at the bar came
I
out drunk?
don't- so-
Didn't knock him out, just to the ground.
That didn't happen. That's not good for PR.
It was in the middle of the city.
No,
I don't.
we're not gonna put that in the
I
highlight
don't
reel.
smuggle like mass quantities of these things in. Like it's. I go visit my parents.
Is that what
I
they
see
call it?
vendors.
You're not engaging with the hypothetical, Aylin.
No,
You're
that's
giving
literally
realism. Too much
that's literally
realism.
what I do. As
It's
I
1,000
go.
gold of wine, Aylin.
If someone is trying to attack me, I'm going to defend myself.
To the death.
If they keep attacking me,
What if they
shouldn't have attacked me.
What if they're reeling from one of your friend's heavy shots and they don't know what they're gonna do next?
I'll stop.
Lies! I saw you run in and just kill a man when he was reeling.
He was. What are
I
you
didn't
talking
actually
about?
see that. I'm just saying. I didn't actually see that.
They were attacking us. I was defending myself. I was one woman walking across this bridge all by myself when those 3 men decided that they wanted to try me.
What did they ask you? I didn't even hear it. We started
They
water.
said that they wanted
And
50
Marvin or
gold.
something.
They said they wanted 50 gold from each of us.
They wanted
to cross
200
the
gold.
bridge.
No,
250
250
gold.
250 gold.
And I said,
Not.
well, I'll give you guys 50 gold total. I was trying to compromise in my defense. That was a lot from me.
Did they say come over and give it to him or something?
They said throw it.
Throw it?
I said, I'm a weak little girl. How am I supposed to throw it that far? They don't need to know I'm strong.
Well, we both know you could have probably thrown it
That's
a
my
mile past
that's
them.
my business though. They don't know
Over the
that.
mountains.
Go over the mountains.
That's my business. They don't know. They just looking physically at me. You can't tell I'm strong, and they were taking advantage of a poor woman.
You can kind of tell
It looks like it worked on someone with that gold you gave us. Like maybe that's where they got it from. Another group came by and they just paid
Yeah.
or something.
Right. So 120. So I got 2 people and like a leg.
A leg?
But-
Like a piece of
Where'd-
somebody?
Yeah, where'd the 20 come from?
Like I said,
They
You
just had it
know-
in case they had to make change. It's fine. It's,
Yeah.
You know.
to answer your question though, would I if someone was attacking me and I'm trying to smuggle in some metals, and they're like, give it to me or I'm gonna shoot you, I'm gonna say,
I like
okay.
these. I could do
Try
hypotheticals
me.
all day. Hypotheticals are fun.
I'm not gonna be a victim.
That's a good way to put it.
Not another statistic.
That's right.
There's a lot of those in Saltmarsh.
Statistics?
And I
I'm
don't
sure.
plan on being one of them.
All right, that's good to know. I kind of already pegged you for the look at me wrong and you're in trouble person, but
I don't know if it's like that, but
don't
like if someone
either.
attacks her,
Yeah,
she's
if someone
gonna.
attacks me, I'm gonna defend myself. I'm
But I
not
don't
gonna say,
think she
oh
throws-
no, just take it from me. No,
I don't think she throws the first punch,
exactly.
but she's gonna have follow through on the second one.
That's why I was waiting for them to attack me. I didn't
That
attack
is
them
true.
first. I could have.
What
she
if-
was provoked.
was the punch the asking for 50 gold in this case?
You shot something at me.
But they.
I called Marvin's mom a whore.
Oh, that was the
That
first
was
punch.
that.
Yeah.
That
Who got through the
caused
first punch?
It was a
Yeah,
verbal
that's-
punch.
Yeah, that was kind of an
And then they shot me.
Sorry.
You see, I'm bleeding now.
Oh, you are?
She still has an arrow sticking out of her.
You should pull that out.
That is a problem.
And then I defended myself.
You did defend yourself.
True.
We killed every one of them.
I'd pull it out.
Ugh. Ugh.
Okay, it hurts.
Oh, 5 less bandits is good for Saltmarsh, so, judge, jury, executioner, I'm fine with. So be it.
That's fine.
Was it 6? You said 6?
Did you kill someone else?
I actually didn't know how many were
Well, there
across
was
the
the
way.
3 behind us, and then the 3 in the.
There were 3 on your side? You took out all 3 on the other side alone?
I didn't take out all 3 of them by myself.
No, red guy.
When
2 of them.
Oh, you went to go help. I wasn't looking. I was focused over here.
like I got 2, and then you got the other guy.
Good teamwork.
Divide and conquer there.
Because the first guy made his eardrums go out, and he just died right away.
Yeah, I heard
Oh,
something.
yeah.
What was that?
Magic.
Shatter, and just loud noise. Ah, my ears. And
So, out of character, when you're doing your divine wrath, like, what does Aelin do when that happens? Like, would we have heard you mutter some weird god chant, or did you just, and then it happened?
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I just heard it loud. I don't know. It echoed the shriek through the forest, and that was you.
do like a hand thing, and yeah.
Very scary stuff.
Magic
Yeah.
comes in all shapes and sizes. And sounds.
All right, well, I guess I don't want to hang out here any longer. Our message is up there. We got some money. Look at that. Getting paid for and get rid of some bad people, I think. Probably. Sure they didn't have families, or maybe one was doing
You
it for
try
their
not to
wife
think
and
about.
they
You
didn't
try
want
not
to
to
be a
think
part of
about.
this
You
group.
don't. We don't think about that.
We just press
Move
on.
Are we high enough where we can see like kind of up and down the river a little bit?
Yeah, you can see up and down the river a
Do we
little
see
bit.
like little smoke plumes or
nothing that grabs your attention. From where you are standing kind of up on this rock, it kind of goes down a little bit. There's one other kind of like ridge that it looks like that's as far as you can see at the moment. Heading what you think is north.
So do we just follow this to the coast now, or how do y'all normally do this? I thought y'all made this trip before.
Like, so we've crossed the river, like, where? Like,
In a few different places, it kind of just depends on what's there at any given time and the height of the river at any given
where
time.
on the map? How far up the coast, or how far up the river do we get to cross?
Like where?
So you're pretty much kind of right up here at this apex.
Okay.
I'd say we normally go to like the 200. I think is what it says on there, like that. No, like in because
300.
we're going to the upper blue dot, right?
That's a
Yeah.
300.
So
the
I would say
3
that
to 2 to
normally
1, yeah.
we only go into like
We make a straightish
two-
line.
yeah.
right into maybe the 300, and like we don't go.
Yeah, you would have gone kind of just a little past the 100 when you go into those swamps. You wouldn't have gone much further than that.
Like,
I was even thinking I didn't even go that far.
Well, so
Just like a straight
you're actually not even to the swamps yet.
yeah,
where am I?
the swamp is when we get into like the patterned
See
area.
this kind of pattern area here? Mm-hmm. That's kind of where the marshes begin.
Oh.
So you're just kind of in some forested area right now.
So we've got like a decent hill to like get up and back down.
You just do like northwest.
Is that arrow still on you?
No, I just pulled it out.
Oh.
There's
the
like
blood trickle?
there's like blood like rolling down.
Oh, all right. Hold on. And I'll walk up to Aelin, and I'll lower my wrist like this and take out one of those little green vials. This one I'll just flip open like it's a little capsule, and I'll say, "All right, stay still," and I'll just start pouring green goo into the wound.
How's that feel?
Actually, feels very cool and soothing.
It feels so nice, honestly.
like
I
Mountain
don't
Dew.
understand.
It's like toothpaste.
It's like
For your
toothpaste
wounds.
For my wounds.
You heal for 10.
Great.
That's a good heal.
Wow.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Well, okay.
I'm feeling good as new, baby.
I just toss the vial aside.
Littering.
Yeah. No,
Oceanus, you see a tear just roll down Oceanus.
As soon as it's the ground, it like evaporates into weave. It just
Oh, okay.
bounces in.
That's environmentally conscious. That's good. Okay, so we're heading kind of northwestish. Kugal, make a survival check with advantage.
Surviving with Kugal. He knows his stuff. He's a man of the land.
14.
Cool. So looking ahead at the ridge, you all start to head off in that direction. And going through the woods, you manage to make it up to the top of this ridge without any further incident. You don't see or hear anything malicious. You may hear the occasional rabbit or something kind of scurry off through the woods. When you get to the top of this ridge, looking out, you can now see really, for the first time, kind of the overview of the Hool Marshes in front of you. And it is this eerily beautiful landscape. Murky water in some areas, kind of clearer water in others, various types of vegetation kind of rising up out of the water. There are, from what you can see, kind of areas of dry land that you could walk on, all the way to your knees are in mud type of terrain. What are we doing? Continuing?
I'll kind of, as we're kind of walking through, just kind of point out a little bit of like as you see over there in that kind of like half mile over, that's definitely where we wouldn't want to go.
What's over there?
Like, say the darker patch, that's probably a sinkhole. You wouldn't want to get in that area.
Yeah,
Or
right.
we'll take the long path around here just because it seems a little safer. That kind of thing. Just
Good to
idle
know.
talk.
I'm good with that.
Check.
Okay. You head down the ridge into the marshes, walking for a couple more hours as the earth becomes softer. It kind of gives underneath your feet more and more as the humidity and kind of the thickness of the air and moisture kind of set in. And even though it's not obscenely hot, you really are just kind of starting to sweat at this point.
Are we like in water now?
No.
Okay.
There's plenty of it around, but as of right now, there's still plenty of ways to walk where you're very much on dry.
goodness.
Well, I won't say dry land, but sturdy land. And with that, we're gonna take you want to do a 5? Y'all go with 5?
Yeah.
Sure.
5-minute break, and we will be right back. So hang out with us.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere. Don't miss anything. Don't go away.
Don't look.
We're not going to
Stream
go away.
Deck's not working. So we're just going to do it manually. We'll be right
Do
back.
it live.
And then it takes you to like the central hub. And it's like one way goes to Hollywood, one way goes to Epcot.
We're talking Disney.
And then the gondolas have a non-stop stop at the
So do you have to like get off
At
and then
one
get
of
on
the-
another one?
yes, at the
Okay.
main hub. But then on the way to Epcot, it passes by one of the DMC hotels or Disney Club, whatever, or DVC clubs, and it's a non-stop stop. Like the gondola comes down and it's like a ski lift, like it keeps moving.
Oh, wow, okay.
So you can like hop off, and it's like really slow.
Yeah.
But it doesn't like stop.
Yeah. How cool.
So it's like
and
a
then
ski
it goes
lift.
on, kind of, yeah, like the way it behaves.
Yeah.
Except for the central hub, but then there's signs. It's like you're going to
Hey-o.
Hollywood, you're going this way, whatever.
We back.
Very cool.
Yeah.
How exciting.
If it's storming, they shut them down.
Okay.
If it rains,
no,
it shuts
no
them
bugs.
down.
Okay. Okay.
I put little
Go
towels
to
for the
the bus.
doggies out there.
Which I guess it makes sense.
Oh,
I don't know if they're using them or not.
I think Buddy's in.
sweet doggies.
We got a little ornament with one of the little things on it.
Adorable.
Alrighty. Thank you all for hanging in there with us. We normally take a 10, but wanted to get through some stuff tonight, so let's keep it rolling, yeah?
Yes.
All right.
Rolling.
So deeper into the marsh like area you go until eventually the sun starts to set in the distance to your left.
That's Weiss.
Good.
Yeah.
So we're heading.
And
I remember my thing.
Right. Oh.
you are now kind of walking underneath this somewhat dense canopy of varied like swamp vegetation, trees. I can't think of the name of the damn tree, like not weeping willows, but
Cypress.
yeah, that kind
That
of
is like
stuff.
the
I mean,
weird-
it's just it's just this vast, unruly, untamed wilderness,
That
right?
sucks.
They have kind of an eerie beauty to them, in a sense. But as far as your eye can see, is just this labyrinth of winding waterways, tangled vegetation, and treacherous quagmires. The air is thick with the scent of decay and damp earth, while the constant chorus of croaking frogs and chirping insects creates a symphony of natural sounds. Moss-draped cypress trees rise from the murky waters, their gnarled roots sinking into the soggy ground below. Tendrils of mist cling to their twisted branches, adding to the air of otherworldly enchantment that permeates the marshes. Patches of vibrant green reeds and tall grasses sway in the breeze, concealing hidden channels and stagnant pools beneath their tangled growth. Here and there, clusters of colorful wildflowers bloom amidst the gloom, their delicate petals a stark contrast to the surrounding darkness.
Place sucks.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's not
Do we
great.
have any-
I
Wait a
kind of
minute.
like it.
It's good for hiding though.
we don't have any bug repellent, do we?
I did not bring any of that. They did not have that in town.
The bugs you most need to be worried about You really need to be worried about, and repellents are not going to help.
Good to know.
It's a bigot. How far do we want to try to make it tonight? Like, it's starting to get kind of dark. You don't want to be out late, so it's usually best.
We're not from
we
here.
don't. I don't know. Do y'all have some weird safe house or something you use when you're here for long times? Or
House.
safe cabin, safe canopy? I have no idea.
What about like a steamboat or something out here in the woods? Any of that?
A steamboat?
As a matter of fact, we do.
Or, like
I'm glad you asked.
We
not a
actually
steamboat,
forgot
one of
about
those,
it.
Wheelboat things, you know, the
Paddleboat.
yeah, like a paddle boat.
Yeah.
Usually has lights
Fan
on
boat.
it and stuff.
Fan boat. That'd be fun too.
No.
We don't.
Let's
No.
be like Tallahassee.
I think we maybe find some trees, a nice drier area, maybe a little bit, and maybe set up the tents and
Circle up.
All right.
while we have enough daylight to see still what's going on.
So you venture forth, trying to find a good spot. I'd like everybody to roll a survival check for me.
I'm going for the gold die now.
Mm.
11.
Same. 11.
13.
Actually, Kugal, you can roll with advantage. Just you're the swamp daddy.
22.
Okay.
Even we're still 11.
11. All right.
It's been a while.
Right. I haven't thought about this place in
I
days.
have to like.
Venturing
Think about it.
further in, none of this looks familiar, but at the same time, none of it ever does because it's just a quagmire, right?
It's just a quagmire,
So there's no super identifiable landmarks or anything like that, but you do kind of see, the like evidence of a direction you may go that might lead to find something, and you kind of lead everybody in that direction, and you do find a decent kind of patch of dry-ish ground. Again, everything here is, I'm going to say it, moist. The collective screams. But there is an area that's fairly flat that looks like it might be a decent enough as any place to camp. There is some water that kind of runs up to it, but literally that's everywhere here. You do find kind of a natural kind of outcropping of kind of a ridge almost that provides a little bit of cover, like you're not just in direct line of sight of everything. And it seems about as good a place as any.
Well, this seems about as good a place as any.
Okay, I guess we set up here. Try to keep the tents close, too. That way I can set up a nice perimeter. I'll take my 2-person tent out and get to work.
Okay, setting up the tents.
Oh, Shianis, how much sleep do you need? Like normal, like 8 hours or so? Or?
I suppose it depends on what normal means.
Right.
I mean, no more than any other of my kind. That. How long do you sleep?
Normal, like
Normal.
8 hours.
8?
Like, give or take.
Okay.
Sleepy boy.
I'll normally just go into kind of a bit of a trance. I like to meditate.
Fascinating.
You see him go stand at the water's edge and just kind of look in it, look down at it, and he kind of puts his foot in a little bit and eventually just kind of goes in. He walks all the way into this freaking water. And he goes up about waist high. And you can see that seems to be kind of the depth that it's in. He's kind of just moving around, moving some water around. And kind of over in the distance, you maybe see like the water move a little bit. Not a lot, not like anything big, but maybe some fish or something, or frogs, turtles, something like that kind of dives into the water off of a kind of a nearby rock or something. And for a brief moment, he kind of just goes under. He seems to just kind of be washing the day off in bog water, but
Sure.
Kugal calling.
and he kind
I'm
of
gonna
comes.
see what he. I'm gonna see what he does.
Yeah, he kind of comes back up and is just like, This didn't have the effect that I thought it would. I think I feel worse than I did before.
Oh.
No matter.
I can magically clean you. And I'll hold out your arm and I'll just do prestidigitation. Try and get the muck off it.
Yeah, and he seems to kind of let.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
make that
So
happen.
setting up this camp, what is the rest of this looking like?
Once I have a tent up, I'm gonna reach my pack and now just pull out a shovel and start building a small trench around the tents. So if water starts pulling up, it'll go down this little recess first.
Okay.
Yeah, how many tents do we have? We get enough?
I brought one.
How many do we got in the bag?
I feel like
Does
I bought
Colt,
one.
does Colt get like the presidential suite? Everybody else is.
No, I feel like I bought one.
I think you did. I remember you saying you wanted to get a tent.
I wrote that I went and found like a decent like fishing net, and I was just gonna make a hammock. Like I'm not much of a tenter when.
Will you see if
I'm
there's
out
a
there.
tent in the bag of holding?
I see. No
Oh, I have a tent in
Maybe
my
you
bag
have
of holding. Wink, wink.
I have your bedroll still, but that's it.
Because I feel like
Yeah.
I bought a tent. Maybe.
So like in my hard drive partition of the bag of holding, I
Yeah.
have a 2-person tent in there. I will set that up.
Yeah, remember, I think we added a bag of holding tab to everybody, right?
Yeah. that's
Just to
right.
show like what
What you
What
have
you're
in there.
keeping
So you
in
have your
his
own
bag
bag
of
holding tab, but Kugel has it. Whatever's on your tab.
Where?
I can
Yeah,
I can
so
check to see if you
if
made one.
you-
I don't know.
Maybe you were
I've got her
gonna help
sheet
me
pulled
make
up.
one, and we never did. Because I know I never did that. I barely know how to level up.
This tent material would be really good for those parachutes we were
You
talking
do
about
not.
earlier.
I don't understand.
If we need to, I can make it happen. We'll just lose one tent.
Can't afford it right now.
No, not right now, of course. When we get to the next chasm or maybe massive river.
Well, I'll set this tent up. Another 2-person.
Okay,
We
so you got a
spots
2-person,
for
a
6.
2-person. Okay. Anything else we're doing with the camp? Are we building a fire? Are we eating rations? Or what are we doing?
If we can, I'd like to make a fire. In places like this, I want to get as dry as possible.
I mean, I can fish some. I could probably get some fish, but I don't know. Like,
Oh, if
do
you
we
can
wanna
catch us
Do we
food.
want to? Should we eat this fish?
Actually, no. I brought plenty.
Take
of,
an extra close look at the fish first.
Plenty of dried bread and meat. I'll have a. Do we need to ration in the evening or is it morning?
Either, I'd
Either?
say, yeah.
Okay.
Only one now, I'd say. Kind
Yeah.
of count
Yeah, I'd do that. I'd just eat a ration then.
it. Okay.
I'm
It's been a long day. A lot
I
of
get a
traveling.
ration that I have in the
Yep, same.
Okay.
Brought enough food to
Would you
last
like
me
to try
2
and fish?
weeks.
No.
Not with Kugal's. Like, ugh.
Okay.
I shouldn't have to inspect the fish to make sure it's good. Like, it's just.
Yeah, how's this place that bad? You can't even trust the fish. Even if you put it over a fire, Kugel,
They
it's
got
still
like
bad.
3 eyes or
Maybe.
something. Or...
They're poisonous?
You lived here long enough.
They-
Like,
can be, but it also may not taste super great. You don't know what these fish have been eating.
Oh, well, it's just taste. I mean, probably still eat it, right? Don't when you have some magic to do something about that?
Not like make flavors taste better.
No.
I can clean dirt off of stuff. I could warm it.
Oh, well, I guess not then.
okay.
What kind of check would that be? Does this fish taste good?
I would say like a survival check would be like to inspect a fish to, see
I
if
can
it's...
make an odd odor. Make it smell
It smells
weirder.
like cinnamon. That's so weird.
Yeah, weirder than it is. Yeah, I'll just have
What was this? Bed
Doing
Bath &
just a
Beyond?
ration.
Yeah,
Okay.
normal food.
Some Fritos.
We're not that desperate. Yeah, we're not that desperate for food. We're getting swamp fish.
All right.
Are we gonna do
You're all
like-
kind of taking this time to dig a trench, set up your tents. Eventually, it does get pretty dark. You are able to get a decent little campfire up and going, just to kind of now that you're down here, kind of in this lowland, everything's kind of wet. The sun has gone down. Now it has started to get a little chilly, almost. And so the campfire definitely helps with that, as well as just the ability to see a little bit. And being that you're kind of next to this ridge, again, it does kind of block that fire, that light from going just everywhere.
I'll sit near the campfire and I'll pull one more thing out of my pack and I'll take a drum out. And I'll start just just beating on it, sitting near the campfire.
Musician.
You see Oceanus. Like,
Oh, you like it? I just picked this up. I've never had a drum. I always wanted one.
it sounds like Song of My People.
The Renaissance man.
What can he do, this hero of Saltmarsh?
Exactly.
I mean, just tapping on it. You want to try?
No.
Oh, all right. But fair enough.
Thank you, though.
I just do kind of like a lap. I just want to kind of walk a lap around the camp just to kind of like get a perimeter.
Just kinda are you looking for anything specific, or
No, just making sure that there's nothing immediately dangerous, any weird plants, or
Okay.
just kind of keep an eye
Definitely set a watch tonight, for sure.
out. Oh,
We shouldn't need it.
But we're not.
And why
so,
not?
So somewhere we've never been, you're confident we don't need a watch?
No, I'm going to set up an alarm. If something approaches, it's going to wake us up.
Magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
How far does this reach?
Right.
It's 20-foot perimeter. That's why I said keep the tents close. Right outside of the trench we made.
Pretty close.
so you go? So you've got this perimeter. You did the trench all the way around your area, and then the alarm is where?
The alarm's going to be around that trench. So I would take out one of those vials, and I would twist it, and that cracks up into two pieces, and little green glitter just skirts out all around it. Just green
I
glitter.
love it.
Okay. All right.
And if something approaches, it's going to be like a really annoying alarm clock, like a like type deal.
Okay.
I probably heard it you out there. I'm sorry about that. So that'll for sure wake us up. Oh, and no
We've got
critters.
compressors. It's fine.
It doesn't work for critters. So only things bigger than like squirrels. I don't know, owls, something larger.
Okay.
Is it like this, or is it just like?
It would be like I guess a 20-foot sphere.
Oh, so it is.
It's like like a whole. If someone tries to burrow up under us, I guess if it's within that perimeter, we'll know it.
No tremors happening here.
Okay.
At least we get a tip off if it's
That's right.
So is that an audible thing to everybody, or is it just something that pings you?
That I don't know actually. Let me see.
Yeah, because if it's just for JD, then he's not waking up. He's gonna
I'm gonna sleep through that.
sleep through it.
Oh, I can set it to where it's mental or audible, so I'll just make it audible.
Okay.
So
Nice.
we'll all hear it.
So it sounds like an old 1980s style alarm clock when it's going off.
Oh, hold on. No, it's way more boring if I go by the official spell.
What you got?
It produces the sound of a handbell. Ding, 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 ding.
That's we can flavor it.
triangle.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Annoying digital 1990s alarm clock, though.
Yeah. We'll say, just for the sake of like the effect it has, it's kind of the same volume and everything, but it's enough to. We'll say you can make it sound like whatever you want. Who gives a shit about a handbell?
Nice.
So, yeah,
Well, that's pretty great.
that should take care of
I
it.
mean, at least get a second or two before they're on us.
At least your eyes will be open when the teeth or claw or
And the arrows start pelting you.
Oh, it better not be arrows. Not again. no more arrows.
Too
Got the
soon.
arrow this time.
Yeah.
So we're all kind of laying down, dozing off.
So who's gonna do watch?
I'm gonna kind of be on the edge of like the trench. My cloak, I kind of wrap it around and just kind of sit down.
Okay.
Just watch. I want to take the first watch for the time being.
Okay.
Push in
doing
my
watches?
chest and my armor.
Oh, well, I
proceeds.
guess. I mean, with that, we don't need watches, or sorta, or what?
I don't think we should need watches. Not if we have the alarm. Wake up and ready for danger. Well, I won't be ready for danger because I don't have my armor on
Kugo's
right
gonna
now,
be
but I can
up
get
for
on
a
real
couple
quick.
hours.
You gonna stay for a couple hours?
Yeah.
Okay. All
Good
right.
work.
To most of you, the sounds of the marsh are a little jarring to fall asleep to. As folks who are used to sleeping in the city or even on the water, the sound of the waves is almost cathartic to you, right? However, you Kugal, this is home, and it's almost a lullaby in a sense that you just start eventually. A few hours pass and nothing happens. Nobody comes around, but eventually it does. Kind of start to lull you. It's been a while since you've been out here, and so it's kind of a nice memory almost of better times.
I was sitting in my hammock at first, but then I was like, okay, it seems quiet enough, and I'll lay down.
Okay. The night moves forward, and everything is quiet. Nothing triggers the alarm until it does. You all are snapped awake by a.
Oh yeah, I shoot up and I'm just slap my chest.
Oh God!
What is happening?
As you all shoot your eyes open, looking around, you see 4 darkly clad humanoids in your camp, 2 of which are right over Redemir's tent. The other 2 are just about to cross that line over the alarm. I need everybody to go ahead and roll initiative once more.
So these are 6 figures? 4 at the tent
4.
and 2 more?
No, 2 and 2.
Okay. You stole all my good rolls.
No.
with all your Yes, I will do that. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, using my inspiration, because I'm not going to have that again.
I return the skull.
There we go.
Okay. That's sorry.
Might need a little help.
Oh.
That was a big boy. I get ready to help you.
Wow. That's awesome.
Got you over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just get back.
Yeah, we got it.
Wow. What a big mass of land. Our camp's not that big. Oh, there we
That's
are.
awesome.
It feels like home.
Fire and everything. Wow.
Bandit's
How much
trying to
land we
shank
got to
us.
work with, too.
They must not seen the extortion note.
Yeah, they must have missed that
Must have missed it. Whoa!
Oh,
She's getting all the little trinkets out, huh? What the?
that's awesome.
What?
Did you already see this?
That's fantastic.
You see it's smoking,
JD made
dude.
a late night Kroger run last night for the distilled
So
water.
this is all kind of your tents and stuff. If you wouldn't mind,
Put us where we be.
yeah, putting you where you would be. Here.
Should I just move the bedrolls?
My hammock
Yeah.
would be kind of in
Okay.
the tree right here.
And then here's Oceanus.
All right, Oceanus. All right, let's position us. So Kugal is hammocking here. I would be right about here. We'll say Oceanus is kicking it over here. And Aelin and Red, where would y'all be?
Further around the campfire.
On the opposite side?
Right. Close to the heat.
Oh, yeah, within the 10 feet, that's right. So you
Yeah.
can, like, close.
Yep.
I'll leave one bedroll there. Okay.
How long have we been asleep for? I'm really more trying to see if I've regained my spell slots
Would
or not.
have regained any
Okay.
spell slots yet. So Redimir's
I
there.
have at least been asleep for an hour though, so I do get my my channel divinity back because that's a short rest.
Yeah.
That looks so sick.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Very cool.
All right. Let me get this pulled back up over here.
Tree is vaping. I love it.
Yeah. Sick, brah. You thought Derek's actually in there.
He's huffing cotton.
All right, Kugal.
A 12.
12. Red.
14.
Aelin.
17.
Colt.
9.
Not bad. Okay. This alarm is going off. You all snap awake. You see the two standing right over your tent, Red. As soon as this sound goes off, they can hear it too. They immediately take out their daggers and slit into the tent. And
Rude.
There goes
the
my
two
money.
that were right there are going to look in and try and make a couple of attacks at you.
Eee.
The first one misses. The second one is going to hit. And just kind of cuts you with it a little bit for 3 damage. The other two are still in the process of moving forward when the rest of you are able to get up and get your surroundings. Aelin, you're actually the first to act. What do you do?
So I guess they're behind me?
Yeah, so as you're kind of waking up, it would kind of be like you're a little turned around. There's 2 that cut into the Red's tent. Was that the same tent you're in?
I don't know what tent I was in.
So I'm going to say since you're next to each other and you had two-person tents, y'all are in the same one.
Okay.
So they've cut into your tent. You wake up, you turn around, you see these 2 come in. One of them has just kind of stabbed Red.
Rude. I'm gonna grab the person who just stabbed my friend. Because I can touch them, I imagine they're close enough.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
close enough you get.
I'm gonna cast cure inflict wounds on him.
Okay.
So I need to roll for that. That's fine. 19.
To hit?
Yeah.
That hits.
Boing, boing, boing. That is right. Yeah. Okay. 3. That's a terrible dice roll. 10.
Only 10 necrotic damage.
All right, 10 necrotic damage. As you reach out and grab at this one, you grab at the one that stabbed. As he's kind of pulling his dagger back, you grab onto his arm and you just see steam coming off of it as you're just decaying away at his flesh. You hear him scream and kind of take kind of a little bit of a double step back, almost, and kind of has almost 1 foot in the water.
Okay.
A little bit. In a turn?
If I'm still in the tent, I want to get out of the tent.
Okay. I'd say you can use your bonus action to do that, to get all the way out of it.
Okay.
But that'll kind of take the rest of your movement.
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I just don't want to be impeded by
Okay.
me being in the tent.
Okay. Red.
Great. I'm going to, since there's nice holes in the tent now, I'm going to look out, and as my bonus action, I'm going to cast Misty Step.
Okay.
I'm going to go 30 feet this way. Just appear. Or I'm going to Misty Step over there. Yeah, oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. As my that. And then as my action, are there... I'll step 5 feet closer, and then I'm going to throw a second level Burning Hands at those 2
Okay.
that are sitting there. So they need to do 15 dex save.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and start rolling these.
Both of them fail.
Okay, cool. 14 fire for both of those.
Okay. You absolutely obliterate these two. Like, I'm talking flesh melting off bone. Nobody wakes up Redemir from his sleep.
That's right.
He's
And they
grumpers.
both hit the ground.
As a free action, I'll throw up and end my turn.
As an additional free action, make a perception check for me.
That was a good one. A 19.
Okay. As the flames from your hand ignite and illuminate the area just beyond where you were camping, right around in here. It's not there now, but you swear you saw somebody standing there just watching. But now that the flame has got, it was just like an instant, almost like in a lightning strike. There was somebody there and then there wasn't. Kugal.
I'm gonna roll out of my hammock because it's kind of surprised. I'm gonna summon my packed weapon, which does take an action. My bonus action, I can do a Misty Step as well. So I'm going to Misty Step the bad guy that's next to Coulter. I'm going to be 10 feet from him because I've got a 10-foot melee with my glaive. I don't have the action to attack him with, but I'm going to just Misty Step so I'm behind him and ready to strike when I have the next chance.
Okay.
And that's all I can do.
Okay. Ooh, that looks cool. All right. Next up, so there's a lot of action that's just happening very quickly. A lot of shouting and quick movement. You see Oceanus kind of turn and point his crossbow over at the one that's standing in the water here a little bit. And he goes and aims, but then you see him pause and lower it for a second. And when you look over there, you see the water behind this guy moving.
Oh boy.
As, again, in the flash of an eye, a crocodile leaps out of the water, chomps this dude, and drags him back into the water.
Oh,
Nom nom nom.
You see a flurry of splashes, a quick little into nothing, and then kind of this murky, brackish water turns red, and then the water goes still again. A few moments later, you see ripples a little further out in the bog.
Got him.
Oceanus will. That would essentially be his turn because he just kind of sat there and watched that. Colt.
I see still with this guy outside the tent, right?
Yes.
Okay. While my armor is almost done forming up, I will hastily reach for one of my gloves, take out another vial, twist it, and just throw it outside the tent. And it bursts into 3 bright red orbs that just curve around and slam into this guy.
Ooh.
Wow. Fancy.
Very fancy.
He's getting hit with magic missile. So he's going to take 8 magic damage.
Okay.
Force damage.
Yeah, force damage. It's like the best magic damage, honestly. Like nothing resists force damage. Okay. It like slams into him. You see him. He's still standing though.
I grab my shield and rush out the tent at that point.
Okay.
That's the end of my turn.
All right, that is going to bring us to his turn, at which point he, kind of in this moment, a lot has happened. His target has disappeared in front of him that he just stabbed. He's been absolutely, well, actually, the other one was the one that got burned up by Aelin.
I didn't.
The
Necrotic.
the necrotic damage. The crocodile has grabbed his buddy and dragged him into the swamp. He's the only one left. He looks completely desperate. He lashes out at you in a panic almost. 17.
That's gonna miss. Block.
Aelin.
I go up to him with my mace.
Just go end another.
He's the only one?
Yep.
How did you find us?
He does not look like in any position to answer.
He's not gonna talk. Well, seeing how this guy isn't gonna talk, I'm just gonna take my mace and pop.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Okay. Which die do I want to use? 18.
That hits.
No, I lied. 16. 16.
That still hits.
Ooh, for 9.
Yeah. You crack this dude's skull, and he falls back partially into that brackish water. Everything kind of goes silent.
I'm gonna sprint over there and just kind of look for any signs or anything left. Or,
Over where you thought
where
you
I
saw something. Okay.
Potentially, like any marks, trace, like essence, anything, just to like
Okay.
what was here.
You run over there. You all see Red, without saying a word, just run across the camp over to this area. When you get there, you feel this kind of dark presence, almost.
I'm gonna like get ready to cast Scorching Ray just to kind of like look in the darkness.
Okay.
Like just hold it up to
Yeah.
see like.
I kind of call over
What's
to him.
out
I was
here?
like, "What do you see? Like, what are you looking for?"
Do you need light?
I'm just standing there. Kinda, I'm standing there like looking around, like trying to see.
You see whatever it is he's doing, he's just focused in on. The light from your fire, it illuminates the general area that you're in, probably within about 20 feet or so. And you see the glare of eyes of various creatures, like an owl. You see its kind of eyes, the glare from it. But looking around, you don't see like a figure. Those of you all looking at Red, make a perception check. Not you.
Oh, yeah.
You're
Yeah, I'm busy.
yeah.
17.
15.
Do we have anything with perception? Oh, never mind. Sorry, I just 8. So I did not perceive anything.
Okay. Aelin and Colt. The two of you are kind of looking at Red, and then you hear something. Almost sounds like the sound it makes is similar to that of the campfire, but it's not coming from the campfire. It's coming from the body that's halfway in the water. Kugal. At that same time, you see about 20 feet out in the water, you see a light glow illuminate the water, almost like a yellowish green. And the water start to kind of bubble and move. Aelin, Colt, you see on this body, it twitches. Aelin,
like
then
that.
you hear the body over here
Oh God.
start to move. And when you look at it, on its neck, on the back of it, is a bright, greenish, yellowish, glowing symbol or rune. Something almost looks like it's burned into its skin. It looks actually like this.
Ugh,
Don't like that.
that looks evil.
And as it does continue to burn, it starts to reanimate, and it's kind of popping and moving erratically as it stands back up. As one by one, these three stand back up. And moments later, you see a half-eaten, just half of its flesh gone creature start to walk out of the water itself.
Ugh. Round 2. Dead versions.
Red, you are still kind of in it right now. But the rest of you, we're going back into combat here. Same initiative. That is going to be this first one here. Is going to rise up and take a swing at you. And you can see in this person's eyes, there's just no life in there anymore. It's just hollow. And that's going to be a 19.
You got me.
As it swings at you in almost, again, this erratic motion as it slices across your arm for 5 damage, slashing damage. The next one is going to run up to Oceanus, and this one up to Aelin again. And both of them are going to take their swings. A 21 to hit Oceanus for 7 slashing damage. This one misses you this time, though, Aelin, as you are able to dodge out of the way. This one is in difficult terrain, but is slowly making its way up to you, Kubal. Yes.
Can I make a reaction, or I have to wait for my turn?
You have to wait for your turn.
Okay, so I don't have
Well,
an action and then a reaction.
Technically, you can't take your reaction whenever you want.
Well,
It can
'cause
be
I'm
like
getting hit.
if you get, depending on the reaction, yeah.
If it's allowed, I would like to Wrath of the Storm react. When a creature within 5 feet that I can see hits me with an attack, you can use your reaction to cause the creature to make a dex saving throw. DC 15. Or it takes 2d8 lightning or thunder damage.
Yeah.
My choice. Have on
you,
a success.
You can absolutely use that then. Yeah.
Can I do that then?
Yeah.
I want to do that. Ah, my arm! You're supposed to be dead.
Natural 20.
Oof.
So does that mean
fudge.
that he still gets half or no? A quarter?
He would
Half of a half?
he would still take half. Yeah.
So it's gonna be, let's go lightning. 2d8 is these guys.
Ooh, 6 is what half would be. It would have been 12.
Okay. This energy just kind of jolts through it, and you see it kind of stiffen up for a moment and kind of start to smoke and sizzle in places where the flesh has not been cut or rended. But it is still standing.
Okay.
Let's see. And then the other one, was slowly making its way towards you. Aelin, your turn.
I would like to cast. Let's just try first a nice sacred flame on. Well, they're all really close to me. I'm not prepared. Who's that?
Nobody.
Do I see them?
Not at the moment.
I don't like that. I'll cast Word of Radiance. Oh. Range 5 feet. You utter a divine word, and burning radiance erupts from you. Each creature of your choice that you can see within range must succeed a Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage.
Okay.
Nice.
So I do that.
Said Constitution save?
Yep, con save 15.
2 of them. One saved, one did not.
Okay.
Excuse me.
6.
Nice.
Okay. It's this blinding flash of light just radiates from you for a moment and just scorches one of them. Still standing, but it definitely had an effect. In that flash of light, Red, you have been you heard all this commotion. You've turned back around. But it's almost like it was magnetic. Your gaze is pulled beyond everything that's happening at the campfire, and a lone figure stands in the mist, probably about 40 feet outside of the camp, and seems to just be standing there. And it's kind of hard to tell with all the fog and everything, but like what they're doing or who they are. But they just seem to be observing everything. It is your turn. An initiative.
I'll let my scorching ray kind of dissipate and just kind of let it go.
Okay.
And I'll focus exclusively on this guy. I'm gonna send a message.
Okay.
And say, how did you find me?
You hear a response. It wasn't that hard.
And I'll reply back, given if
Yeah,
we can.
sure.
Why do you all keep looking for me?
You're quite valuable to the right people.
And I'll say, you mean parts of me are right to the right people.
Semantics.
I'll say, if I can, your quarrels with me and not them.
We'll see.
Cool.
That would have been
Yeah,
turn. Which brings us to this creature person's turn. At which point it is still just going to stand there, not moving an inch, just completely like a statue. At this point, all of you would have probably had the chance to like glance over there and see that's there.
Staring
Obviously,
match.
you didn't hear any of this, and you probably don't even notice with Red being kind of back in the trees, that there is a staring match, but just see this figure standing out there in the mist. That brings us to Kugal. And I apologize, we're going a little late tonight, but
It was great.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got this guy shambling towards me. I know he's on my path, and I've got a 10-foot reach. So I'm going to take a swing at him with my glaive.
okay.
I'm just going to go for the kneecap or something. See if I can just slow him down a little bit.
Pop the tires.
Make sure that is a 20 because it's a symbol. Yep, because there's the 1. So
Hey,
that's a nat 20. Finally.
All right.
So
So that's max damage. Roll
Yes.
another attack roll.
another one.
If you hit again, it'll do double damage.
That's an 11 on the other one.
The second one's not going to hit, but you do full max damage with that first swing.
Which is going to be 12.
Okay. You perfectly align your glaive with this thing's kneecap and take one of its legs clean off. The other one is already
legit.
mangled. You can actually see most of its shin bone at this point with just like gross meat hanging down from where that crocodile pulled it into the water earlier. He kind of tips over and falls, but he's still like crawling for you.
Okay. Have we used the 2-weapon fighting with the glaive? If I can like dagger him down while I'm on top of it. I mean, the glaive being the 2-handed weapon, that would that negate the option of 2-weapon fighting or?
Of like dual wielding?
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, if you're doing
Okay.
2-hand, yeah.
I have no other bonus.
Kind of bracing yourself for
Yeah.
what's coming. Okay.
all that.
With that, Oceanus kind of sees what you just did and just foul beast and kind of runs over with his trident and is going to try and actually pin him to the ground.
Baller.
Which he actually does this time. He sinks his trident down like just below the shoulders of this thing and just pins it to the ground and turns it, and you just see this thing's neck just snap almost clean off. And like for the first time, you see Oceanus kind of a little bit of blood like kind of spatter up. For the first time, you see Oceanus as almost like a warrior more so. It's just a friendly goofball. That brings us to you, Colt.
I guess if we would have all noticed dude in the deep, I'll just quickly turn my head with this other newly rezzed bandit in my face, and I'll say, a necromancer guy, how about you call these off? We aren't exactly good at letting most folks live. As I'm lining up the punch, punching that I think undead dude in my face.
Love it.
That is going to be a big number. Non-nat 20.
Yeah, that is.
Nice.
He is going to take 11 thunder damage, and he's got that annoying thing where if he has to focus on me or take disadvantage.
Okay. You like just power fist this thing. And although it doesn't normally have this effect, you just felt something good with this one. Like it just felt right. And not only do you just punch this thing so hard its chest cavity caves in, it goes careening back. I assume it was this one here.
The one right next to me. So if I'm right there, it's got to be that guy.
Okay. He goes careening back and tumbles against the rocky crevice of this kind of hill.
I guess that one went with so much. I shook my hand, kind of hurt a little bit.
In a turn?
I guess I'll swoop around the campfire and get close to this other guy, get in his face. So I'll go right around here.
Okay.
Turn me. Go. Yeah. That's end of turn.
All right. That one, as it sees you coming around, is going to swing at you with its sword, Colt. But you can definitely block that one. That was like a 14.
Yeah.
Let's see. The other one is going to take a swing at you, Aelin. That is a nat 20.
Roger, Dodger. I won't be reacting, just for the record.
That's fine. It is going to do maximum damage to you, which is going to be 9. I'm sorry. 7 slashing damage.
I'm healing myself for 2 then, because I originally took 9.
Okay. As this thing just kind of comes like almost across like the side of your neck, like a couple inches closer, and that would have been it. The other one is dead on the ground. That one swung at you.
Reaction.
Okay.
Make a dex save. 15.
What are we doing? Is this hellish?
Wrath of the Storm again.
Wrath the Storm?
Yeah.
You can use it twice?
I can use it 5 times.
Ooh.
5 times for a long rest.
That is going to be, you said dex?
Yep.
It's a 14 plus 1, 15.
Does that succeed then?
What's your DC?
15.
Meets beats.
Oh, well, it's still gonna take half.
Okay.
So 2d8. We'll use these 2.
Nice.
10, so 5.
Okay. The moment this thing slashes at you, you're able to focus your mind for just a brief second, and you said it's electric or thunder damage?
Lightning.
Lightning
I can
damage?
pick. Yeah, I want it to be lightning.
Okay. This electricity kind of arcs out of your body into this thing and blasts it back into the murky water. Next, Red.
I'm gonna message
Okay.
this individual again and say, were you there? Were you there 20 years ago in Amphel?
You can't kind of see. You can't see his expression. He is right next to you in initiative. A kind of a bit of mist kind of goes in front of him, and he vanishes from you. And then you hear directly behind you.
Oof.
Don't give yourself so much credit. Turning around and looking at this person.
You're getting jumped.
Let's see. Make sure I got the right stuff up here. There we go. This is the face that is looking back at you.
Ooh.
Good lord.
It's Gore the God Killer.
Who'd you piss off? I don't say. Jamie says that.
I say you can do a follow-up question if you want.
I'm gonna say, did you hurt them? Did you do anything to anyone in Amphel?
He kind of grins and says, "Missing your family already."
I'm going to, if I can do it, I'm gonna throw a chaos bolt right on him, if I can. Just,
Is that an attack roll or is that a saving throw?
that's an attack roll.
Do any of the
I'm
rest of
probably
us?
gonna be. I think it'll be disadvantaged because he's like right in my face.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll throw that right at him.
Do any of the rest of us hear this?
It's kind of.
Or is this all like mental?
This is. Were you speaking that mentally? Or
That
were you...
was a message.
Okay, yeah. So you wouldn't have
Yeah.
heard that.
Okay.
So at disadvantage, it'd be a 15.
It's barely going to miss
Oh,
as he kind of sidesteps you a little bit, and in the blink of an eye, his eyes kind of glare flare up with this kind of yellow hatred almost. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh. Wisdom save. Oh, this is gonna be just a flat. The 10.
You feel this overwhelming sense of dread course through your body to the point where you cannot even move. You are paralyzed with fear. You are also frightened of this creature for 1 minute. Kugal.
Could you skip me?
Excuse me.
I think I may have, just because you did your reaction and it threw me off. So if you want to go ahead and go.
I'll hold my turn.
And for what? Because I'm giving you the option to go now. If you say you hold your turn, I need to know specifically what you were holding your turn for.
No, I'll just take my mace then. I'll take my mace and try and bash the last bandit.
Okay. Give him a good bashing.
Yeah. Yeah. Bash that
Whack
brain in. Which color? Green. I don't do anything. It's only an 8.
It kind of lumbers in a weird way. You think it's going to just lunge straight at you, but
You were just
instead
trying
it kind
to
of
save me the
lumbers.
embarrassment of doing that earlier. I appreciate
I try,
you have
I try.
tried to look out for me.
End of turn. Kugal.
There is.
So I see the guy who's giving Red a hard time.
I would say at this point, yeah, you'd probably be able to see him
I can kinda
since
see
you're
him
kind of
through the
freed up
trees.
from. Yeah, it's kind of obscured, but you can see Red interacting with something.
Yeah, I don't like how they're getting on. I'm going to make a couple of steps forward. I'm going to attempt an Eldritch Blast at him. I don't like them when they miss my folk. So a 19 plus 5, so a 24.
Okay.
Give me a 10 plus 3, so an 8. I'll give him 8 damage.
All right. This energy hits. I mean, it's a direct hit, and you see this thing just kind of knock back, but then just kind of go back to where it was standing. You can see like a flicker of almost burning like cloth or something. Like you nailed that sucker. But he doesn't seem to be showing any reaction to it right now.
That doesn't feel great. I'll stop there.
Okay.
I'm not going to try to close the distance or anything because I don't know if close range or long range is his thing. So I'm going to stay right in the middle.
Okay. Oceanus kind of pulls up his trident, turns around and sees one more of those undead creatures kind of encroaching on you, Aelin, and is going to run up and try and skewer it with his trident.
Does a dragoon jump?
And he definitely hits
60 feet in the air.
again. Let's see, that is... Ooh, he hits it for 10 piercing damage, and just it's almost like the fork grabs into the flesh as he's going down with it and kind of rips down the flesh until it finally catches like on a rib or something and just drives this thing into the ground, and you hear it stops moving.
I hate it.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. Colt.
So is that one still alive or dead?
It stops moving.
Okay.
When you turn and look at this creature with red, is what I'm assuming you're.
Yeah, I'd be looking
at.
around to find the next target. And is that the only thing left?
That is the only thing left. And in that moment, when you look at him and kind of make eye contact, it vanishes again. then you hear a stick kind of break.
Damn.
Creature reappears over there, looking like into your soul.
I was starting to point him, and then it vanished. I start looking around in a panic, and I see him again. I point towards him again now, and I'll say, teleporting cloak guy, you're out of allies. It's now us versus you. This is your last chance to surrender. Again, we aren't good at keeping people alive.
You hear a subtle kind of chuckle.
Doing like that?
And once again, this kind of dark energy envelops him, and he kind of vanishes again, and reappears actually a little closer. And
Oh shit! I cocked my right fist.
now in the kind of firelight, you actually see what Red was seeing actually for the first time. That. And kind of in this dim flicker of light, this figure just exudes an aura of just malevolent power. And I'm going to read my description here.
All right.
Cloaked in garments as dark as the abyss, the being commands attention with every step. His presence sending shivers down the spines of all those who gaze upon him. His countenance is mostly obscured by the shadowy folds of his hooded cloak, concealing his face in a veil of darkness. Only his eyes visible. Pale skin, devoid of warmth or life, stretches tightly over these angular features, giving him an almost otherworldly appearance. His eyes, a piercing shade of yellow, like the flickering flames of a cursed bonfire, seem to glow with an unholy intensity, radiating malice and cruelty. And that's when he speaks again. Red, you kind of snap out of it a little bit. And he's looking at you, but then you see his eyes just look past you. Tovenar. There are many who search for you.
Huh?
And he's just looking straight past you.
Red? You know this thing?
I'll say, back to him. I know. And then I'm gonna throw another cast bolt down.
Okay.
No disadvantage this time.
Okay.
Not right on top of each other.
Over here.
I duck. What the shit, man?
22.
Okay, that
It's
hits.
attack. I don't know what like anger damage would be, but let's just say
That was me earlier.
let's just say it's gonna be 5. I think that'll work. So that'll be
A million.
cool. So that'll be 9 fire and then 6 just generic damage.
Okay. This energy just completely envelops him, and just thick black smoke emanates off of his figure. And when it dissipates, you see he's fucked up. But just a couple seconds later, kind of this greenish energy wraps around him, and he's back to how he was prior. He laughs and says, Just as I'd heard, hothead. Those who lack patience find themselves forever chasing shadows. Blinded by the rush. True wisdom whispers its secrets to those who learn to wait.
Red, do I punch this guy?
I'll say back, you don't know anything about me.
Seems I have found the right person. We'll be watching you with great interest. And he takes a step back. And black shadow. Gone.
Is he gone for real this time? This thing's been blinking everywhere.
I'll just fall on the floor. It's been a rough day.
Is everyone else all right? Bandits to risen bandits to whatever that thing was.
I'm okay.
Red, what the shit? Tovanar and who the what is this?
I'll just say, like, deep ranting. They were looking for me.
Whatever that thing was.
Do I need to lesser restoration him at all?
How you feeling?
Doing great.
Okay.
Hey, I guess take a breather, man. This is a
Tovanar? Are we gonna talk about that? What the fuck just happened?
I'm still kind of frightened and slightly paralyzed.
Look, just take a moment. And let's just collect ourselves. And I'll look near the campfire and see like half a torso. Start shoving it aside.
Be some good crock bait.
Yeah.
Come on, buddy. I'll walk up to Red and I'll help him up.
I'll accept the.
Head over to the campfire and just take a seat.
Yeah, I'll make a lap around just to make sure the coast is clear, and I'll go up to Oceanus and I kind of like link his trident with mine, like pole arm rose. I give him a little wink. And,
As you're helping Red over to like put him down on something soft that's not just swamp mud, as you go to release his arm, it's almost like, you ever seen when people get like electrocuted, they like can't let go?
Yeah.
Red, your eyes kind of go white, and you feel this like death grip. Your eyes go white. Both of you see these two just
What the heck is
like
going
kind
on
of
over
fall
here?
over onto the ground. The two of you find yourselves in a familiar place. It's someplace you've seen before, but not like maybe in your dreams, but it's different. And you're both here seeing the same thing, but you can't see each other. You're there alone. It's almost like you're seeing through his eyes, in a sense.
Oh.
Because when you look down, you see not your arms, you see Red's.
Red's gnarled hand.
And shivering cold drives into your bones. You have the feeling that there's no air to breathe, and for a few seconds, you feel like you're suffocating. And as your thoughts start to wander, you catch your breath and you survey the area. And at first, you perceive everything is like blurred. The sky is dark and full of black clouds. The ground around you, gray, like snow mixed with ash. And every step feels as if you're walking on sand. In front of you is a cliff that that goes deep down. Like you're looking over and turning around, looking behind you. You see a valley and a wide lava river that you can cross on a long bridge. Lightning strikes. You can see, just for a fraction of a second, the outlines of ruins and scattered bodies across the ground in front of you. Behind you, an eerie sight. The ocean. But ships made of what appear to be living bones sail along this fortified riverbank. You see humanoids, humans, elves, tieflings, trying to escape whatever this place is to the river or to the sea by jumping into the water. But before they reach the surface, at least one bony hand, which is kind of part of these ships' hulls and prows, manages to grab these fugitives and drag them back down into the water. More and more hands grab them. They get pressed into the bow of the ship itself and engulfed. Their souls just leaving their body. Cries of pain fill the darkness, and each time you see another flash of lightning, it lets you observe another brief moment of this gruesome spectacle. And then another. And you both shock back to consciousness with Kugal and Aelin looking over both of you lying on the ground. And that's where we're going to go ahead and call tonight's session.
Oh, what just happened?
The swamp be wild, dude.
The swamp, a little bit. Swamp's lit.
Yeah. Damn. So how we doing?
I took notes this time.
We're doing great. We're fine. We're all fine here. How are you?
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
We're good?
Nothing
I'm
abnormal.
not at all questioning who this red Tovenar person is. I have
Nobody.
no clue.
Nothing happened at all.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was just a dream.
Too much of that tea.
We hadn't had tea in days.
It's coming around again.
It's coming around. Coming back on a high. Oof.
I love all the typing I had. Like, yeah, no, that was wild. I'm glad we got to get to all of that tonight. Sorry we went over a little bit, but I really didn't want to segment those two things into separate sessions. So forgive me. Forgive me, significant others.
Love it.
I like going over. I go to 1 in the morning.
I know you
Let's
will.
go. I
Mine
love you.
better be in bed.
My husband's gonna be furious when I get home.
Oh
I
dear.
He'll
bet.
say, "Where have you been all night? Definitely not with me."
Out to all hours of the night playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Bunch of nerds.
One of the
Damn.
security guards at work today saw my shirt. Guess I'll die. And she was like, "Oh my God, why would your shirt say that?" And I was like, "It's a dice game, Dungeons and Dragons. It means I failed."
Devil.
I heard Satan plays that game. Good grief.
What's wrong with your head, Red? What the shit is all this stuff, man?
Tune in next week. Or next
Guess
session.
so.
Tune in next session on Dragon Ball Z.
That was fun though.
It was fun.
I'll take the terrain, dude. That was very impressive terrain.
It came out really good, didn't it?
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, it did. You can ask Kira. I was sitting there playing with it like all
living his
week.
best life.
Like it's my Lego.
Yeah, that was wild.
Shouts out to Dwarven Forge for making super sick, awesome premium terrain, modular terrain.
And
and 3. So yeah. Look, I'll go ahead and call it here. Stream. Thank you all for watching. We appreciate it. If you're watching the VOD, please subscribe to the channel, support it. Lets us keep doing what we're doing. We always appreciate it. And let us know, like, you know, in the comments. Did you like it? What did you like about it? Maybe we did something stupid. You can tell us how to fix it, right? So we'll be back next Friday with our next episode of the Shattered Obelisk, which Mr. Jamie here is our benevolent DM for that. And we'll be back the week after that. So thank you all for watching. Have a great night. Have a happy Easter weekend. That's your thing. And we'll see you next time. Peace. Goodbye. Let's see if my button works this time.